Wonder. Hello and welcome. I am the last hit point hero, and you have found your way to TPK Roleplay. We are so very glad you're here and hope you enjoy your stay. Over the course of the next several months, we are going to be working our way through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. In the frozen cavern even dwells, while some flames grant warmth, these promise an eternity of cold. First and foremost, no attempts to make the story child-appropriate have occurred. This is a tale of cold, isolation, alien abduction, self-centered divinities, and other unpleasantries. This actual... Oh, no! Please stand by.
We lost the boy.
Our
One moment.
protagonist is gone. Whatever shall we do?
1 second.
Lost our fearless leader.
Holding on. Please hold. Do.
I got a show tune in the meantime, you know? Like, give us a little...
Do. I wonder what happened. You know, that's
that we ready to game with a Y that created the disappearance. Foxy.
all right.
Killed Foxy.
Beach episode it is.
Right.
Beach episode.
A beach episode in Icewind Dale. That is a thing.
Let's
Look,
do it.
Out of
All right.
any
So what?
stream-
As soon as
So
okay,
what swimsuit would everyone wear?
we just
Ooh,
got.
that's a good one.
I just got pinged, so we are going to answer that. This is your time to think about the swimsuit your character would wear at the beach
No!
episode.
You've already seen it.
Yep, that's
Mirth
true.
is already very
Mirth
seen
has
Mirth.
the beach episode. As Rox just sent a message, as soon as HP said, "I hope I have everything set up right," my computer crashed.
Sounds
So-
about right. Yeah, that's... And on Juneteenth Eve,
Oof.
SMH,
Yep.
the anti-blackness.
Yep.
Disgusting.
It's time to establish the traditions that will be held for generations to come.
You know it, which means me doing absolutely no work tomorrow. Expect to not hear from me for 24 hours. I'm sorry. Goodbye, internet. You'll see me.
Pew, pew, pew.
You'll see me Sunday. Actually, no, that's not true. I have a stream tomorrow. So actually, if you don't come watch my stream, then you're racist. Sorry.
Well,
It's the law.
That's
The
how it
government. The
works.
government said so. It's a holiday now. The government
It's a
legally
holiday
said
now?
if you don't come watch my stream, then you're racist. I'm sorry. I didn't make the rules. I just enforce them.
Ah,
As for the swimsuit question, I don't wear
yeah.
clothes, so
that's true.
You keep tapping
just
out of
beach.
all of these.
Yeah.
Stop asking
You
questions
just-
that only fleshy creatures would answer.
No,
I
see,
don't
the thing
appreciate
is
this
you would just, like,
non-biological.
No, but if he
bigotry.
had to choose, a beach outfit,
Yep.
Yeah,
then
just
what
because
would
you
he
don't
do?
have
Oh, yeah.
to
I'm
wear
going-
one doesn't mean you can't.
All right, well
Correct.
then I'm going with like a solid
I am
like
sure-
a I don't know. I feel like Azra's like a bikini guy personally. Like he two-piece it, you know? He's like that chest is really broad, you know. He want to put something over that just to be safe. Like keep all
But what
the...
kind of two-piece? There's like
There's
lots
so
of
many
different
choices.
kinds.
He's got
Yeah.
he's got a big bottom. He's got a pretty big bottom. He's gonna need something with some girth to it, you know, for his modesty's sake, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, like-
so you're saying that he'd go with like those like wide trunks,
Yeah,
or
you know.
like the short trunks?
Yeah, kind of like a
see
boy
it.
short situation, you know.
Yeah, good.
Definitely
And
above
then-
knee though. He's not a coward.
And then what about tops? Like, is it going to be like little squares, or
Oh,
is
it's
he
a
going
bralette,
for
easy,
like
no
a
problem.
bandeau?
It's a bralette. No problem. Is it
Ooh,
on?
Bando would be cute though.
It's nice
That's
little
true.
like you know like cross-strapped bralette, just kind of like
The
you know.
man a hammock.
face.
God, they're imagining a much dirtier Azarus than I am.
I mean, listen, guys. Let's. I don't think
Go
Azrael knows
to
what an
jail.
OnlyFans is, but if the
So-
money's
Go
there,
to jail.
Poor Rox just came flying back
Hi,
into the
Rox.
video.
Hello.
We're discussing what bathing suits our characters would have.
and apparently we're starting with Azrael for some reason. I don't
And
know.
starting and ending.
volunteered.
I tried to keep it easy.
That's the fill. Uh-oh, we've got a frozen Rox.
Uh oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's a
no,
great
Rox.
face though. Wait, no,
It
hold
is
up.
a really
Movement,
cute face.
movement,
The leg.
Yep,
movement.
good.
We
Okay.
fixed it. We're
Okay.
good.
Electrocuted,
We're set.
please.
You
had to
do.
believe.
Always. All right, back
Back at
to the introductions. Ahem. Our players are here to warm the night. Safety tools are in place for the players, but you as a viewer do not have such a luxury. So if any of those things are on the list of stuff to be careful around, please keep a teleportation spell prepped and readied. Barring that ready to action, kick back, relax, keep all heads, hands, paws, and claws inside the stream at all times. Slap that follow button. We are getting nearer and nearer to 1,000 followers. Take a look at our very active Discord channel for all the wonderful celebratory, just general TRPG goodness and general festivities. And last but not least, be good. That's the rule. Be good. The other part, with no other announcements in mind, let's take a moment to meet these amazing players. Everyone is going to say hello, introduce themselves, and the character they're playing, plug other shows or projects they're in, things they're working on, games they play, and does your character prefer cake or pie? That's the question for the night. Does your character prefer cake or pie? And last, for our introductions tonight, I have found, after scouring the internet, the most accurate star chart horoscope generator ever. Every 30 seconds it updates, and it is precise for this moment to this moment. So what I am going to ask during introductions is, if you would like to give me your star sign, feel free. If you don't, because there are too many Virgos in your life and they will try and set you up with someone else, you can instead roll a d12 or just pick one at random. It's up to you. So, we shall begin with our introductions directly above me. Rox, what is your sign?
Pisces.
You're a Pisces?
Yes.
All right, give me a second to refresh this. Now listen, this is accurate for this moment. Rox, the door is open to end your long-held paper-eating addiction. Instead, be wary of developing a new habit related to condiment artistry. Poorly timed punchlines may be in your future. Go ahead, Rox.
You know, I can live with that because I love condiments. I'm a condiment lover. Hi, everybody. My name is Rox. You can find me everywhere at Rox the Wizard. I stream here on Twitch, and I am on Twitter talking about anime and other anime-related and TTRPG things. Neo would... Oh, yeah, I'm playing Neo tonight. Pronouns he, him. My pronouns are also he, him. And Neo would prefer cake over pie, just because he likes the texture of cake better.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Cute.
Amazing. Continuing up and around in our upper left corner, Niffer, your sign?
Also Pisces.
Also Pisces. All right. Now, like I
Aw.
said, this is accurate to the 30 seconds, so we've given enough time to restudy how all the stars and planetary bodies are currently laid out. And let me hit refresh. Niffer, neither great joy nor great sorrow may be found in the pantry. Grocery day is coming soon, foretelling a moment of blissful snack selection followed by days of displeasure. Niffer Niff.
I went grocery shopping today and got like 6 different snacks. I called out. I don't like this.
I told you it was accurate.
I don't like it. Hi everyone, I'm Niffer. Pronouns they, them. I'm playing Laine, the human warlock. I forget what pact he is, but he's a he, him. And he's he likes pie better, I think, because there's like more choices for fillings and stuff, and you can be more creative with it. And also swim gear, because I've been thinking about this. Foxy. Foxy just broke me. Okay.
Wait, a typo. I swear to God, it was a typo.
No, it's not.
No,
You
I swear to God.
absolutely did
No, I
not
swear to
typo
God.
that.
No, I
There's
swear.
No way.
No, I swear.
No way is that
No,
a
I
typo.
swear.
No way.
All right. Well, while you two sort that out, we will continue up and around
Anyways.
to the top right corner of your screen. Al, either your star sign or one of your choice.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. I have to scroll down for this. All right. Here's the refresh. And Al, banana cream pie. At this moment, these 3 words are exactly what you need to hear. Al, go ahead.
Okay, listen, that was my notes for Mirth's reply. The gods here. Literally, banana
Whoa.
cream pie. I needed to hear that. I wrote down my answer beforehand.
This is
There
scary.
it is.
Yep.
Untouched screenshot I could do for the interested parties. Yeah, interesting. Thank you. My name is Al Lucart. My pronouns are they, them, and I am a queer, neurodivergent sci-fi fantasy artist. And I do covers and interiors for lots of indie tabletop games, which you can check out on my website at lucartstudio.com. I play Mirth, our dragonborn bard, whose pronouns are he, him. And Mirth's favorite pies are banana cream or just fruity pies in general.
That's really funny. I can't believe you
I'm
wrote
so
down
creeped
banana
out
cream
by
pie.
this. I am
I'm
so creeped out
tickled.
by this.
I am too, because there it is. I made like a quick note, banana cream pie. My headcanon was that at one point when he was touring on the coast, they got like some exotic bananas in and somebody made a cream pie and he just thought it was great and very unusual. Anyway, horoscopes, it's real, people.
There we go. It is 100%.
I need this link, by the way, when we're done.
We'll discuss the link later. Continuing down and around in the middle right section of your screen. T, either your sign or one of your choice.
Pisces also. We are all Pisces,
Pisces.
apparently.
Why is everybody a Pisces?
A
Interesting.
school of fishes.
Interesting.
Because it's the cold weather sign.
There we go. All right, let me refresh. Go to the Pisces. Here we go. All right, T. Beware of cats offering deals this week. Prosperity may be found by ignoring their suspicious covenants. Ferrets, however, shall be especially trustworthy in the coming days. T.
All right. I am T. I play Brom the Paladin, who's a human. My pronouns are he, they. His pronouns are he, him. I actually think that I discussed beforehand that Brom's favorite food is rich chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely into cake. He also likes ice cream, which actually, even in medieval times before there was magic or refrigeration, nobility were often served ice cream made by that old method with the salt and ice brought down from the mountains. So that was actually a thing.
Wow.
But otherwise, I actually prefer pie, so that's my answer, especially like berry pies and savory pies. But yeah, he's all over the cake.
Perfect.
The actual swimsuit that he would wear would be like those very long, like ugly, like baggy shorts, like board short type deals with sandals, because he's that guy, and a t-shirt. Like, not even a rash guard. He's that dude who wears the t-shirt to the beach and then still wears it even though it's soaked and probably itchy. It's that guy.
I could see Brom in socks and sandals.
He would. He'd do it.
Yeah.
He'd even wear it in the beach. He'd wear it in the beach, and he'd even continue to wear it after it got wet, because that's like my big problem is like, I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, you'll just take off your t-shirt and your socks like when you go in the water. Nope. Some of these guys are just like walk into the water.
Wait, they wear socks into the water?
Yeah, they wear socks and t-shirts into the water, and I'm just like, man, you must be so itchy. Like that salt water gets like super itchy.
This is how we lose viewers. This is how we lose viewers.
I'm sorry.
That imagery of socks in water. It's over.
It's horrible.
That's the end.
Sorry.
We're just gonna have to shut down the stream now.
Brom ruined it.
It was my fault. I brought it up. Apologies.
It was not your fault.
Continuing down and around, last but not least, Foxy, either your star sign or one of your choice if you don't want to share.
I'm a Libra.
A Libra. All right.
Sorry to break the Pisces train up.
I don't even remember where that one's at. All these water signs, and now wait, Libra is a water sign, isn't it?
Nope, Libra's an air.
No, Libra's
it's an
air,
air
and
sign.
so is Aquarius.
Oh, is it?
Aquarius is
Exactly.
air
I
as
thought
well.
I'm sorry. I thought Aquarius
We
was
out
water.
here, we out here air bending, don't you, man?
Hey.
Or Benjamin.
All right. Let me hit refresh here. Here we go, Foxy. Keep an eye open for clowns and jokers. You may find yourself stuck in the middle of chaos with a potential ally. Wait, that might just be a song I was listening to earlier. Watch out for Tauruses, but that's more general advice above and beyond your needs for the moment.
Okay, so my ex is a Taurus, and I really don't appreciate that in the slightest. So I'm gonna need you to stop reading me. More importantly, I'm Foxy, and this is Tinker. So hi, everybody. And so thankfully, I don't really need to worry about that too much, because if you haven't checked my SoundCloud or anything, you don't know, I'm surrounded by clowns every day. You know, I have too many haters to not have any clowns around me, but so I'm used to dealing with that, but I move to that environment regularly anyway. Anywho, what's up, everybody? I'm Foxy, and today I'll be playing Azarus. If you want to find me, first and foremost, I hang out over on Neon Lights Roleplay a whole lot. We do a lot of, well, you guessed it, roleplay stuff, and a lot of other cool things. So come check this out. And if you don't, tomorrow especially, then you're racist, as discussed previously earlier. Tonight, I'll be playing Azarus, the Warforged Rune Knight, who is really old and really tired of being old. He, between the preference of cake and pie, doesn't have a preference because he doesn't consume food. So
Okay, but what is more aesthetically pleasing? What do you like to look at?
I've never seen either one. I literally don't know what they are. Are those things you hit, or those things you are
I'm
those like
fairly certain that there has been a pie in one of the taverns we've taken you into. Like
I don't
think
know. I was too busy
HP
looking at
has
all your cute
mentioned
faces.
it.
I couldn't focus on pies. There's all you cuties around.
There we
Anywho,
go.
yeah,
Cutie
that's all.
pies.
And bang, 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 bang.
That's
There
the
it
type
is.
of pie.
That's all I got. Anyway, I love you all. Come check me out.
Absolutely. I, as said earlier, am the last hit point hero. I use the he, him pronouns. I will be playing everyone else in this wonderful, exciting adventure into Icewind Dale. Speaking of others that I play, we do have a little bit of an update from our last session, delivered by the one and the only Ol'Bitey. So, if you...
Oh, boy.
Well, we were gone for a month, so if you need a quick checkup, there is one way to get hooked back into the story. That's with the singing fish. Oh, Shardalin cultists fought with crystals in their fists. They were downed, a ring was found, then powerful wind shifts. So buried deep below. Time grew short, so they must go. Dramatic roles achieved their goals, led them to dragon foes. Oh! And that brings us back up to speed. Okay, Mike's back on.
We got the giggles so bad today.
Yes,
All good.
it's
We got
awesome.
this.
So we are picking up mid-fight from last session, which is 2 sessions in a row of picking up mid-fight. So we have a rather violent group that have gotten together. But before we descend back into this cavern to see what comes from the wormlings and the dead, not dead, undead, semi-dead cultists, there's just one little scene that I want to play out first. The driving snow is split by the figure of a small, white dragon bolting across the eternal night. At the corner of each eye, ice forms from the creature's tears. Chased from their home, permanently separated from their clutchkin, the creature swears vengeance with every beat of their wings. From snarling lips comes a desperate cry, a primal growl of the most base syllable. Anyone below, or within a few miles, might hear on the wind a simple, continuous roar. To the few who understand even the most basic words of the tongue of dragons, it is easy to understand. The creature is calling out, "Mother!" And that is where we will pick back up, in the cave of the berserkers, where our wonderful group have, found themselves mid-fight. So let me pull that back up. Puts us right back where we were. Thank you for the bits, Purple Phil.
Good table.
A good table is a good thing. I didn't even open my good table, bad table. What am I doing? Niffer, roll me a d6, please.
Maybe just take a month break and not get some good tables? Silly.
Well, you know.
Foolish.
I rolled a 5.
Tables.
Rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will go to Azaris.
Hey, I'll take a thing.
And
Welcome,
then,
Boo.
Azaris, I need a D100, please.
You
It's
can
always
get
good to
that
start on a
any way you
good
like.
table.
That's a 61.
A 61. Roll again. This is one I've used in the other campaign.
Here comes another one. 58.
58. Okay. We shall see what the good table brings.
Give me something to
So, just moments ago, this white wormling dragon has had its head cleaved in half by a massive sword. And as you lift the sword, crawling out of it is a familiar figure. Not out of the sword, out of half of the dragon's head. They have a miner's cap on with a lamp, a shovel, and are wearing a bright visibility vest. And the little figure looks up at you, brushes dust off of themselves, which really messes with the head, given where this thing just came from, and reaches into a pocket and pulls out a small crystal to hand up to you, Azaris.
Thank you, small creature, as for this gift for liberating you from this creature's neck. I'll just kind of reach down and take it. Just look at it.
Perfect. For the remainder of this day, you can crush this crystal if you would like to gain resistance to cold for 10 rounds.
Oh, that sounds incredibly useful.
So, essentially one combat, resistance to cold. There is the good table for you. Thank you so much, Purple Phil. A couple messages to catch up on, and then... oh, wait, no, that's just you guys.
It's just me, don't mind.
The Berserkers just ran up. That was their turn. And it goes to Neo. You are up.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
Okay, the berserker just ran.
So you have 3 berserkers that just appeared at the doorway.
Okay, I'm going to... I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for this.
I swear.
I will... Okay, I'll just run over this direction. And can I jump off of this? Actually, no. I'm gonna go over here and I'm just gonna ready a fire, produce flame spell.
Okay, you're gonna ready it. What's the trigger to launch it?
I see something come through over where Mirth is.
Okay, so you are going
here.
to watch that.
You mean like
direction
this
over there.
gladiator that's already here?
No.
Yeah, but not that one.
Okay.
Got it. Perfect. That is set. Speaking of, our dear defender will begin working this way. On his way past Mirth, say, "My lord, there was something back here. Do you want me to stay here or deal with them?"
Mirth trails his claw over Gerard's muscular arm and says, "I need you with me. Don't go too far."
I will stay here then, my lord. We'll freeze right there. That will be Gerard's turn. He looks prepared to attack anything that might come around. Sir Brom.
Brom is right in front of our best friends, the berserkers, so he's gonna go ahead and try and hit those guys.
Sounds like a plan.
So I'm gonna use my real dice. Like a big boy. Alright, please don't be a 1. 11.
11. You swing with your sword at this berserker as he comes in, and he just shifts his weight a little bit. The sword swishes by.
Alright.
Anything else?
I don't think... Yeah, because he can only attack once at this level.
All right. That is your turn. Mirth, you are up.
I am going to. So we heard something coming from over here, right?
Correct.
We did. Okay. And I did. Did I shape water there and make a block of ice, or did I do a minor illusion?
You used minor illusion to make it appear as though there was a wall there.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing again to fill up this area, and we will have 2 minor illusions, hopefully making things a bit trickier for whomever is on their way.
Okay. If I recall, you can only maintain one of those minor illusions at a time.
Never mind then. Let me see. You're probably
Make
right.
it like right here so that it blocks both of them.
I do that.
Okay.
Yes, it ends if you cast the spell again. Sorry.
I do that one though. I do what Niffer said. I
You do-
block the thing in front.
You do move it?
So like, yeah, I move it so that it. Well, actually, if they're on the way already, I don't want to make it so obvious that it's an illusion
That's
to
true.
move it if they're already looking at it. So okay. I will not do the thing, and instead, I wonder if there's some way I can help everybody here. Oh my gosh, it's crowded. Let's see. So Azaris is there, Brom is there. Those two can take care of it, but I can probably help shoot something.
With the berserkers, they have low defense.
Okay, what I'll do is let me see if how far I have to be for shape water, because I have an idea. Thanks for your patience, guys.
Oh, no problem.
We're all taking a bit to get back into it.
It's tough to be off a month and go right back into the middle of a fight we were in.
Really.
Indeed.
We've been frozen here for a month straight.
Okay. All right, so Mirth is actually going to scatter over here and kind of stop behind the tanks of the party, and is what I'd like to do, DM, is cast shape water and create a sheet of ice underneath the berserkers, hopefully maybe making it tricky for them to stay up. I'm within range. Can I do that?
I will let you make a 5-foot square of ice that is particularly treacherous wherever you would like.
Okay, I'll do it underneath this one.
Underneath
Up
that
here,
one?
closest to Brom.
All right, let me
I don't
draw
know.
that in for my own edification. All right, you have a patch of ice there. You begin
Nice.
casting the spell. The snow melts for a moment and then reforms into this perfectly smooth sheet of ice.
Okay.
Laine. Oh, sorry. Anything else, Mirth?
Yuri on ice. No, I think that's it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be done now. I feel fine where I'm at.
Sounds good. Laine, you are up.
All right, I am going to move 30 feet directly here. I'm going to use my bonus action to take my hex from a month ago that was on the dead dragon and put it onto this guy in front of me.
Okay.
And on my way up, I'm just going to wind up the longsword like a baseball bat and just whack him.
Sounds like a plan. Whack away.
So, I know what my weapon attack is. I can do this.
As a cool bonus, I do want to, well, I'll let you roll. Go ahead.
18.
18 will hit.
Excellent. I'm gonna check what hex damage is again, because I forget. Hex is a d6, right?
Yes.
Hooray! I do damage. I do. Well, I lose a die again. I think I have so many dice. 11 plus 5 is 16 points of damage, please.
16 points of damage. Your sword comes out. The hex glows in response to the sword cutting through. And this berserker just... his nose is completely gone from frostbite. And he just opens his mouth and you see no teeth in there. It's, 16 it is. Anything else?
Did anything happen because he was on ice?
It will affect his movement here shortly, perhaps.
Okay, cool.
All right, Azaris.
All right. So, I guess I was thinking we were gonna want to clear some little bit of space out to like let them funnel in, so our catchers can start doing the pew pew. But I see we're just gonna go and put boots in their face, and I'm always down for boots and faces. You guys have no problem with that. So I got a pretty big boot, so I'm gonna come put it in a face.
Okay, because of how very occupied that area is, everything will be at disadvantage if you go there.
That's tragic.
You could probably push Brom out of the way with some kind of roll. Athletics.
Just use Brom as a weapon.
Yeah, I could just pick
Yeah.
Brom up
Pick
and
him
just
up, he's
spin
really
in a
heavy.
circle, and then we'll just no, it's okay. I got a better idea actually.
Hard head.
So let's see.
All that armor. It's gotta be sharp.
So we're at this sort of cliff sort of edge, right?
Fairly
Yes.
close, yes.
I taught you this.
Can I get a
trick. Do
sense
it.
of just how dense and strong this cliffside is? Like, is it feeling real reinforced? Like, it's a real
So-
strong cliffside?
The causeway leading up there is solid, so it's not. It goes all the way down at a slope, 20 feet down. So
Fair
you
enough.
don't. You think that a toss might not be a super injurious fall.
Okay, well then, how about this? I'm just gonna pick one of these guys up, and we'll figure out throwing him off somewhere later.
Sure.
And since I know grappling would be disadvantaged because it's all crumpled, but I'm a big guy, so it's an advantage for me. So it's actually just a flat out roll.
All right. So athletics.
I'm also gonna go ahead and pop my con rune, so
Okay.
my frost rune. So I get a plus. What is it? I get a plus thingy to rolls that involve strength. I gotta look at it. It's been a month. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
Look, the only reason that my turn went so fast is because it was just swinging a sword.
Imagine. me doing
Otherwise,
this.
it would be a lot longer.
All right. Of course, I didn't write the thing for frost rune. I hate it. Give me 60 seconds. Actually, even less than that.
This is why Google was invented.
Hey.
You're fine.
It's a +2. I got it. Okay,
Okay.
it's a +2 to any bonus checks involving strength or constitution. So I'm gonna go
There
ahead
you
and
go.
pop that.
All right.
So Azarus will kind of just walk up. He will literally just point at the. I'll leave Laine his kill. I'm a soldier. I can't take another soldier's kill.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and
I don't
pick up
care.
this guy right here.
All right.
I'm just gonna.
It's not a kill steal. It's a kill secure. You
I
taught
know
me
we
this.
both play League of Legends. I understand this, but I need him gone specifically. So that's gonna be the hang on.
They only
go
rolled
ahead
an
and roll
8, so I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
so
your
I
minimum is.
I should be good, but we'll double check just to make sure.
Can always roll that one.
You know, you're not wrong. Let's go ahead and where is that? Athletics is a word I can't find. There we go. Whatever that is, +2.
7. You fail.
Unfortunate.
So you reach out to grab this, and you in the midst of activating the rune, your footing gets off, and he reaches up and grabs your wrist that's massive with both hands, and just redirects all your strength
That's-
out of the way.
Unfortunate. I guess I will just remain here then.
It is their turn. All of them roll a die to see if the madness takes them. And the madness does take 2 of them. So it is going to take that one and that one. Neo, you're probably just close enough that you can see Gerard look up and look toward the hall. And you can just kind of hear a whisper of some kind. You can't make out the words, but your experience with these creatures tells you it's probably the very same thing you
Oh, buried in
heard
the Everdark.
before. You just catch bits and pieces. Come to lead the war into the arms of darkness.
That fireball is remaining hot.
The other one, in fact, it's the one on the patch of ice, is going to just go still for a moment and reach a hand out toward Laine, and it too will pick up hope buried in the Everdark and begin their litany. The other two seem unperturbed by it, and in fact, they are going to do something maybe a bit surprising. Both of them are going to lower their shoulders and try and shove past the group of you.
No, don't do that.
So,
good luck, buddy. We're a human wall and robot.
Azarus, I need a athletics check from you.
You might get a little bit more than that, but we'll figure that out in a moment. Don't worry. Actually, no, you'll just get that. Also, this one's gonna be hopefully better than the last one because I forgot that I should be proficient in athletics, and that's the thing that I just forgot about because. But here comes a hopefully better athletics check.
It's
19.
been a month.
Still plus 2.
This one tries to shove into you and doesn't get anywhere, and you catch maybe a glimpse of desperation in its eyes for some reason. The other one tries the exact same thing, so I need you to roll again. That
15.
one's only a 10. 15? So that one pushes against you too and doesn't get anywhere.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Neo, it's your turn.
Oh yay. So Neo's actually just he's gonna move just a little bit closer, right next to Gerard, and ready another produce flame, and keep it there for when he sees something come through that door.
Sounds good. Gerard will turn and nod to Neo, check back and make sure Mirth is well, and then reposition himself ready in case something comes through. Sir Brom.
All right. Brom is going to go ahead and try and hit that guy again.
Okay, you will be at disadvantage. Oh, Azarus, you were at disadvantage. Oh, you get advantage for those, so it's a wash. Never mind. You're at disadvantage for any of your attacks because it is difficult to fight in this same space as your very large.
Sorry, I will fix that next turn. Don't you worry.
All right. Let me see. I think I can do something about that.
Was this the one that tried to make it past Azarus anyways?
The one that you hexed didn't move. It stopped and began chanting.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Brom's gonna do something. I don't know if I can do this. He is going to... Can he switch weapons?
You can do so as a... If you have a stowed weapon, yeah, you can use your bonus action to do it. It's fine with me.
Oh, I'm guessing I wouldn't get op attacks against those guys, by the way?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Okay. So he's going to switch to his halberd, and he's going to behind Laine and hack at this guy, because the halberd has reach.
Go ahead.
All right. Please don't be another terrible roll.
I'm a veteran.
And
I know
it's
how to do that.
21.
21 will hit.
I'm just going to roll this for the damage. Sorry. Thought of that beforehand. Would have been a crit. So 21.
So that's the crit. So you just rolled 13.
Oh, rip. Okay. Yeah.
Your halberd shoots past Laine's head, catches this thing in the side of its cheek, and its chant stops, just in mid-sentence. We come to... Anything else?
No, that's it.
Mirth, go ahead.
Mirth
It looks
is
like that was... Oh, I'm sorry.
Mirth is safely watching, and I imagine the camera like having a really cool view of like Azarus and the boys up front, like kind of grappling with these things, and Mirth is standing there kind of with his little icy fingers there, and as he's taking a moment stepped back from it, he notices the expression on the berserker's face and that hint of desperation, and he kind of narrows his eyes and wonders why beings like them would be scared of something. And he says, "Friends, I'm getting a bad feeling about that. Maybe we should go back into the cave." And he sort of moves back this direction despite the noise. But he's hesitating because everybody's back there. And I think he just warns everybody that he thinks something strange might be happening. Because if they're running towards Azarus and all of you, like, and now trying to get past, that's weird.
Would you like... Would you like to use your action to attempt an insight check?
Yeah, I sure would.
Go ahead.
Let's see if we get lucky here.
Got it. Arizona.
You start to back up.
17?
17. You back up. You get another look, and that glimmer of desperation you saw, it did catch your eye. What could it possibly mean? You look at their footwork. You look at how they're moving. You get the feeling that they want in here very badly. You fought these things before. They can attack 3 times, and instead of attacking, they tried to shove in, which they get to do 2 more times. I forgot the rules of the game. But they want in the cave desperately. That's the sense you get from them.
Interesting.
Don't let him in.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess, was that my action? I guess
That's your
my
action.
move and my action? Yep. Okay, I wonder if I have anything I can do bonus-wise to help. I don't know if there's too much that I can do beyond that right now. But yeah, I'll let everybody know what I'm suspecting and then just stay back here and get ready to try and help whenever what's it called comes around the corner.
Sounds good. Laine, go ahead.
I'm gonna use my sword, and
Okay.
that's it.
I use me sword.
I use me sword. I think, just to be cinematic about it, when Brom walks up with the halberd and like swings high, Laine like ducks and tries to do like cutting across the opposite.
Yes.
Nice.
Sword goes flying.
With
What was it?
an 11.
11 misses. You reach out to cut it, and it seems like that slash that it took across the face from Brom was enough to snap it back to attention. And when you jab at it with your sword, it just, again, it steps to the side.
Okay, I tried.
Azarus, go ahead.
It's me. All right. So the plan is to keep these cute cuddly ones out here, and this one next to the lane isn't dead, right?
Correct. Nothing is dead.
All right. Let's see if we can fix that. I would like to hit it really hard with my sword.
Go for
That's
it.
cool with everybody present. All right. So here comes an attempt at doing that. I'm also gonna go ahead and. So what are they holding, by the way? What do they got on them?
They have the small pieces of shardlin, the sharpened
Yeah, I don't.
black
We're
crystal
tired of
stones.
those. I'm gonna go ahead and use a maneuver. By the way, I'm not feeling those existing.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use a maneuver. I get to add D6 to the attack roll.
Mhm.
So first here comes the hit. As I guess that's a 11. Plus a D6. The 6 is a 17.
Nice.
17 will hit.
Give it to me. So then I am going to go ahead and roll some damage now. Roll some damage. Unfortunately, it's only. Did that go right? Yep, that's a 5. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock the thing out of his hand.
All
And I
right.
guess since I don't really like these things being. No, you know what? We'll save it. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, just knock the thing out of his hand and we'll let it rock from there.
Your massive sword comes down. It just does a tiny bit of damage because you were aiming for that crystal, and you completely shatter this crystal dagger that he has, breaking it off at its makeshift hilt.
Fantastic.
He looks down, and his eyes just... His one remaining eye just gets so cold.
We won't be dealing with those again.
It is their turn. First, we will see. All of them can act normally. Oh, I'm saying those to myself. No, I'm not. All right. The first thing that happens is there's this tentative, slow walk through an illusory wall.
Oh.
As one of these berserkers comes walking around the corner. Hope buried in the ever dark, we come to lead the warm across the ice into the arms of darkness. Neo, you have a produce flame that goes off.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna see him come through, and oh no, you don't, and I'm gonna just shoot a fireball straight to his face. Never mind. No, I don't. I got an 8.
An 8 will miss. So this thing turns around the corner. Neo's like, ah! Poof! And it just goes over the top of this thing's shoulder.
Oh oops.
The thought counted though. You know.
It still counts.
It's the thought that
You
counts.
still threw fire at it.
Gerard, likewise, spins his spear around his head and tries to take a swing as it turns around and crits because Gerard is a boss.
He's competent. We certainly appreciate
Gerard's
that.
amazing. We're glad that he got
We
rescued.
adore Gerard.
Honestly.
Dealing
Let's keep him.
21 damage
What?
Oh.
as his spear buries deep into the shoulder of this berserker coming around the corner. Deep within the ice. Berserker will finish walking the rest of the way, and it will start to attack recklessly. And it's going to split these between the two. So it will start by jabbing at Gerard, and... Oh, I did the spear two-handed. Gerard didn't have his shield up, so Gerard gets hit. For 7 damage, must attempt a Constitution saving throw or he gets poisoned. He passes, so Gerard takes some damage as this piece of crystalline glass comes striking down to... It glints off his armor but shakes him up a little bit. Second attack is going to be at Neo. With advantage is a 14 to hit.
That is my AC.
Beat it as you take a shard of Chardolin to the face. 9 damage, and I need you to attempt a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's just not it. It's not in it tonight.
Oh,
we got
no.
a nat 1.
Oh no!
A nat 1 is a
Oh.
poisoned Neo.
Yay.
Hey, we're gonna make this better.
We got this.
We're gonna do better.
We're gonna make this right.
So you are at disadvantage on any of your attacks or checks until your next turn. It will attempt its last attack on Gerard, which is a 21 that hits.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Does
well.
10 damage. Gerard attempts the Constitution saving throw and passes. So it's just 10 damage to Gerard. My lord, there's another one this way. Keep an open eye. This one on the ice path is going to attempt to push by Laine, and it's going to do so at
God.
disadvantage because it is on top of the ice. So
I
Laine,
mean, look, I have a strength of 7, so it's probably still gonna work.
I need you to make an athletics check.
Oh, the 13.
A 13.
And because I'm proficient in athletics, I add 0.
Oh no.
So, it rolled
Oh,
a
no.
17. So you are going to get pushed 5 feet in. That 17 was at disadvantage.
I'm on the ice.
It will follow
Oh.
up,
Okay.
follow behind you, and then it's going to try and push you again. They get 3 attacks, so it's going to use
Okay.
all of them to push. A
I'm
12,
gonna be a strong boy.
You got it. I believe.
19.
Let's go.
19. It tries to push you a second time, and you don't let it push by, but it tries one more time. Another 12.
I rolled a 3.
Oh well, you know.
I
No.
tried.
They can't all be
Push you here.
winners.
It will step to
I'm
there.
I'm just
Can I hit
happy I
him?
got 1 out of 3, okay?
So
Can I
that
try and whack him?
Not yet, but here shortly you can. And then it is going to run straight toward Mirth.
Uh-oh.
No.
So, Azaris and
Right.
Brom, you may,
No.
and Laine, all 3 of you may make opportunity attacks as it runs by.
I would like to break this thing if I could. Of course I don't, because I don't hit it.
A 10 misses,
Double 10s.
Rolled a
Yikes.
24.
16.
24 will hit, 16 will hit. Damage from
All
both
right,
of
we're
you.
coming off a roll 20 dice. We're done with those today. Real dice coming out now. I'm tired of that.
Real dice have come out for me because
14.
bad.
14 damage.
Real dice are the best way.
And the halberd is an additional 6.
6 damage.
A
That's
weak roll.
6 more than we had before.
So, as it goes running by, Laine, you get a really good look at this thing's face. And this one had an ear that had lost to frostbite and a couple fingers. And as it passes beneath the bear, you see an ear appear made of ice.
No.
And you see fingers appear
No,
made of ice.
No.
We have regeneration
The other 2
in this area?
are also going to run in.
No.
30. It will use its full movement to go all the way up by Mirth.
Okay. okay. I regenerate too. It's fine.
And this one will use double movement to come over to this side. That is all of their movement. None of them get actions, but they have run straight to it. Gerard immediately turns around and goes, "My lord, look out!" Neo, you're up. All of them. So as they pass by, you can see these bits that they were missing from frostbite reform, made completely of ice.
I don't like that.
No, that's bad.
Neo's going to see them run over to Mirth, and he's immediately going to turn around and run that direction to help. And he's going to run up to this one.
Okay, the one next to you is going to hit you if you do that. Are you fine with that?
He is a hero, and he runs for his friends and to save the day. So yes.
No!
And the DM crits
Leave me. It's
on the
too late.
opportunity attack
Oh, the baby boy.
Oh, Neo, it's too late for me. Go on
for
without me.
14 damage.
I can live with that.
Oh no.
And let's see, and another. Oh no, you don't. You're already poisoned. There's no need to roll again. You can't be double poisoned. Go ahead and continue your turn.
This is not the way he planned, but he stumbles a little bit and he keeps on running. And he's gonna go up to that thing and he's going to use an unarmed strike on it.
Go for it.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Disadvantage.
Okay. 18.
18 with disadvantage hits.
I got an 18 and 19, and I'm also going to use one key point to cast Fury of Blows. It's a lot of rolls.
Remember, you're at disadvantage the entire time.
Oh my gosh, here are the good rolls. 16 for the second.
Hits.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And 18 for the third.
Hits.
Oh my gosh!
That's 3 hits at disadvantage.
There it is. There's the
All
luck coming back
righty
around.
now.
There it is. We got this. It's okay. We got everything's fine.
His
It's all
hands are
fine.
on fire, and he's just going to do 3 strip pop, pop, pop right to his head.
Damage, damage, damage.
I should probably roll those too.
Not a bad idea.
7, 5, and a 4.
7,
16.
5, 4, 16. You start pummeling this thing, and you can see bits of it are just like coming off. Its ice ear breaks off, but then slowly reforms. You beat the hell out of it.
And then I'm also going to use his open hand technique. I'm going to make him fall prone. He just needs to beat a dex save of 10.
A dex save of 10 or he falls prone.
Yes.
16. He does not fall prone.
Tragic.
I can live with that, and that ends my turn.
All right. It goes to Gerard, who absolutely won't take an opportunity attack because used his action. Come around here and say, "My lord, get behind me!" He will equip his shield rather than fight with his spear two-handed and start jabbing at the one that has already been damaged. So that is a 12 that misses, a 25 that hits, and a 22 that hits. So he starts working through his combat forms, starts finding the holes in this thing's armor and deals 17 damage to it. And this berserker is looking hurt bad, just bent over. It's still muttering its little, cadence, but the corner of its mouth, there's this very black, thick, frozen, icy blood that starts to fall. It's not in good shape. Sir Brom.
All right. So Brom get to them without double movement. That's good. He's gonna move over here, and he's gonna try and move with his broadsword this time.
Perfect.
What? 17 plus 6 is 23.
That will hit.
And then, is he flanking with Mirth? I think that just, I don't think that really helps him, but.
Yes, but you're fine. It's not going to help anything.
No, I just. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna roll my damage.
For 7.
7? What the heck? Alright, fine. I'll take it. Better than nothing.
This is
7
the
is more than we had before.
Definitely 7 more than 0.
first time that this one has been hit. It just flinches a little bit, just staring at Mirth, licking its lips as it takes a sword across
That's
the back.
gross.
That happens to me a lot, but ew.
Mirth,
Like all of that, like the sword and everything, or just the lick, just the lips?
Just all of it. Just
Okay.
a lot.
No questions asked. That's fine.
Is it my turn?
it's Mirth's turn.
Okay, so zooming back a little bit just so the camera can have a second here. When these guys kind of burst free, Mirth had like multiple screams. The first scream was when Neo and Gerard had to start navigating, fighting this thing. He went, "Ah!" And then when he looked over and he saw more of them come bursting through the line, like hold the line, shit, the line broke. He kind of does that thing where he turns and slides a little bit in the snow, and you see his like scaly feet like a chicken trying to run in place, but he's too slow, and they come up on him and he lets out like this Wilhelm scream and fumbles for his dagger because he is out of spells and his crossbow is like just not practical to use. And I think he's going to, can I move through this one's square even though it'll attack me and come over? Thank you for that.
You can move.
That's him.
You can move through your allies' square, but you cannot move through the
My
enemy's
allies.
square.
Oh, fuck. See, excuse my, no, not excuse me. Over here we have this guy coming up, which is super great.
Yep.
I hate it.
Probably tumble
But I don't-
through Roxas Square.
I
Through
could,
Gerard
I
Square.
could, I could do, but okay, I'll go over here. So Mirth, knowing that Mirth is going to get attacked probably twice, is going to slide through the mess of bodies and come over here and take out his crossbow as he's running.
Okay.
Do you want to do your attacks?
That's going to be 3 attacks. Are you comfortable with that?
No, but go ahead.
Okay. So all 3 are going to get an opportunity attack.
Oh, I hate this. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
The first one's already attacked at 23.
Well, he's rolling, so.
The second one is a 6 that misses. The third one is an 18 that hits. So 2 of them hit.
Wait, which one doesn't have the?
Oh, you're right. So
Dagger,
the
yeah.
very first one misses because they do not have their dagger. Or they do have. So they hit with 3 points of damage, not 11.
Nice.
There is
Got
no
you covered, buddy.
there's
God
no
bless.
con save. And then that 11 would be the one that still has a dagger that hits. So that's 11 damage, and you must attempt a Constitution saving throw.
Don't you worry,
Okay.
I'm coming to break more daggers.
Thank you. Con is 14.
14 will pass. You resist the sickening spiritual poison of these black Shardlin daggers.
Nice. Let me just take
Yay.
away. So I took 13 or 14 damage. What was that?
You took 11 from the one attack and then 3 from getting punched by the other. So 14 total.
Okay. Let's see. That was my move action. I can shoot now.
Yes, you may.
So
Yay.
I'm gonna shoot. Let's see. Let's have a go at this. See what we get here.
The most injured one is the one with the hex on it, the eye that's on it.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I got a 19,
That will hit.
so that's good. And let's do some damage with my little crossbow. Eight.
8 damage. The
Damn it.
crossbow bolt goes flying, finds its place. Just this one, probably somewhere, mid chest. It's either in a lung or rubbing a lung. It's not look. This berserker is, he body jolts back. The ever dark. Anything else, Mark?
Mirth is gonna yell, "Drop dead!"
Laine, go
Beginning
ahead.
of my turn.
Laine is gonna stay right where he is and see this. Nope, I'm wrong finger. There, here. This guy, going for poor Neo and that just won't do at all. So he's going to try and fling a glyph from his hand to Eldritch Blast and hopefully yank him away.
Ooh.
With a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Sweet. That is 1 point of damage.
1 point of
But
damage.
he gets pulled 10 feet towards me.
10 feet towards you.
So hopefully down this little cliff.
Yep, as you start pulling it, this berserker's body just it rolls along the side of this 8-foot high embankment, and it feels like
Falls down.
semi-pinned against it. Anything else?
Get back here. Just that's all.
Okay, Azris.
Nice.
All right. Well, seeing that that's the game plan, and always loving to help out with the team maneuvers, Azris will begin walking, just kind of briskly stepping over Laine. Just pardon me, and I will step up here. And given that I am no longer at advantage in anything or disadvantage, I am going to grab this one right here. But first, I'm going to hit him because I don't actually have to grapple him to hit him. I have
Right.
grappling strike.
Okay,
Because Battle Master maneuvers.
there you go.
So here comes
Yay.
me hitting him really hard in the head first. Apparently very hard because I crit.
Woo!
Nice. Yay.
Yay!
Make up for that 1 point of damage.
Dump a
I
snow
gotta-
hole in him.
I gotta find a D12. Here's a D12. Okay. So here comes a D12 followed by another one of those. That's a 5. And so that just doubles to 10 then?
Yep.
Plus
doubles
my 3 from my strength. But plus I have one more D6 because I'm giant smited. I'm still.
Mhm.
So that's another 6.
Okay,
So
so
that's 16 total points of damage.
19.
Oh,
Add your strength.
yeah, right. 19 total. And then I'm also gonna grab him.
All right, so that is
If
your
you give me 1 second,
massive sword comes down. You like have to kneel a little bit to get down there because he is below you. The sword like catches the back of his head and cuts part of it open, and you can see the wound start to freeze over.
Cool. So now I get to grapple him at advantage +2 plus D6.
Okay, so
So yeah.
what'd you
there's that.
roll? We'll see. what
I
we
didn't
get.
roll yet. I'm gonna do that right now, actually, if you don't mind.
A 15. He's got a chance.
So that's at advantage still. So I get to roll another one. So let me get that real quick. That's a crit. So that's 25 +2 plus another D6. So
You've got a hold of him, that's for sure.
cool. So Azra's just gonna pick this guy up, just turn him back towards Laine and say, "My friend would like a word."
Anything
My
else?
sword is ready.
All right.
No, that's all I got, boss. Go ahead.
On their turn, all of them have to roll a d6, or they just stand there chanting. Is it a 1? Yep. So one of them, which is the one that is most injured, just stops its fighting stance and just begins this chant. Hope buried in the ever dark, we come to lead the warm across the ice into the arms of darkness. The other 3 act normal. This one's going to go here. It will attack recklessly, which I'm going to mark that so we don't forget. The twisty thing is attacking recklessly. It has 3 attacks. It's going to start by attacking Gerard. Takes its dagger and begins swinging maniacally. 23 will hit. It takes a swing at Neo and rolls an 8 or a 9, and another one at Gerard that crits.
Oh, well, unfortunately
So-
for Gerard.
Gerard!
Not Gerard.
So this
Friend
thing-
to me.
He like leaps up and grabs.
See that?
He's using his free hand to pull plates of Gerard's armor back while jabbing the dagger in.
No! Don't
up.
do that.
That's rude.
Ouch.
So that is a 6 and a 14. That's 20 damage.
Oof.
Wait,
Gerard,
I use
okay?
I'm gonna use my cutting words to cut that by whatever amount I get.
Okay, you tell me what that is.
I got a 6.
So 14 damage instead.
That's
And Gerard. Oh, I rolled the wrong character sheet. Gerard
Oh, no.
failed the Constitution save. He is
It's not funny
poisoned.
anymore. I'm sorry. Stop being funny now.
So Gerard, these dagger blows just stagger him, and he glances over toward Mirth and said, "I'll be fine, my lord. I'll be fine. Gerard.
Mirth says,
is-
I'm getting sick of these acapella frat boys. Can't we kill them faster?
The one next to Brom is going to turn and try to attack Brom. It's also going to attack recklessly. It's going to attack Brom 3 times. 11, 22, and 15. I think just the 22
hits.
So the dagger finds its way between kinks of your armor. You take 11 damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof, these guys are kicking our asses.
They really are. 14 plus 2. So 16?
16 passes.
Constitution? Okay.
And then the one that is currently being grappled by Azarus is going to just start flailing at your... It's going to flail at your forearm with its dagger. It does so with no concern for its own life. It will crit. It will hit with a 20.
Wait, is it
and
not
it will
at
hit
like
with a
disadvantage or anything? Because I'm grappling it?
Oh, yeah, it is disadvantage. Sorry, it's 8, 7, and 14. Does the 14 hit?
Nope.
Okay. No, I intended it to be at
Don't
disadvantage.
scare me like that.
Which, let me double check because I'm almost positive, and it is grappled. That is the effect you have on it, correct?
Yep. As I use a grappling strike.
No, it is not at disadvantage.
Really? Huh. Okay. Well, I'm getting hit twice.
All right, one of which is a crit.
Mm-hmm.
No.
In fact, it was attacking recklessly, so it's a 25, a 20, and a 20. So you got hit 3 times. So that is 15 from the crit. You're immune to poison, so you don't have to worry. I think you are, correct? You're
Yep.
immune from poison condition.
Yep.
So that's 10 and 7. Wow! 15, 25. That is 32 damage.
Yikes.
No.
That's a lot of damage.
Ooh.
Not looking good over here, friends. Gotta say.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, we'll remember cutting words next time. Somebody help me remember that. And then Neo, it's your turn. And before we do this next round of combat, just a real quick check. Al, are you okay with the descriptions, or you want me to dial them back?
What do you mean?
The pulling the armor back and jabbing.
Oh yeah,
Shadow-
make it super graphic.
Okay, just want to double check.
We
Make
have-
it gross.
You
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
no, more of that." So I just wanted to pause for a
No,
moment
no,
to check.
I just am enjoying it. I'm the kind of person at horror movies that's like, oh, I hate it, and then watches more.
That's good. Nif.
We have
That's
44
completely you,
of healing, by
100%.
the way.
All right, we
Can I
have.
have some of those?
There are
Yes,
44s
that's
of healing.
Use
Fantastic.
the D4s.
You may
Please
use them.
I
use
see a lot of
those.
HP going
I'm gonna
down,
take-
so use them.
Only one, because I have my other thing to get me some hit points back if I need to. So
All right.
I'm also going to take one.
I will just take one.
Okay,
And
there's
I'll
2
take
left.
the 2. 2's enough.
Neo, you are up.
Okay, Neo's going to see the one that is attacking my boy Gerard, and he's going to turn around and do a swift kick to the guy's chest with an unarmed strike.
Okay.
So let's see if that hits.
You are at
am I
advantage.
poisoned still?
Your poison wore off at the end of your turn last time. You're not poisoned
Okay.
currently.
Okay.
And you are at advantage because they attacked recklessly.
It did not help. I got a 12.
12 misses, but just barely.
And then I'm going to use the key point to take the dodge action.
Okay, anything else?
That'll be all.
Okay, and you adjust your hit points correctly? You're at 14 right now?
Yes.
Okay. It is Gerard's turn. Gerard kind of coughs, spins his spear around, and looking between the two, the one next to him is hurt enough. He's going to try and finish that one off. So he is going to swing at it. An 18 will hit for 13 damage. So Gerard spins his spear and jabs it straight into this thing's chest. It right in the middle of its hope buried. It slides off his spear onto the ground.
Also, can we use one of the D4s on Gerard to help him?
Yeah.
Gerard
Can we put it on like sunscreen?
Gerard would not
Oh.
use it. Not well.
Gerard, yes he would, because I'd tell him.
Gerard
Yeah.
will turn around and attempt 2 more. His last 2 attacks on the other one. It is Advantage, disadvantage, wash.
Don't be a hero.
23 will hit, and 17 will hit. So Gerard hits this one 2 times for 11 and 9 for a total of 20 damage. As his
Okay,
combination
hero.
turns around and starts beating that one to pieces.
Yeah,
with the
you're not gonna
spear.
make me cry over a random NPC wearing a mankini, are you?
Same.
It's not random.
If he dies,
it's ours.
I'm quitting the game. And
Game over.
I'm
Game
done.
over.
Game is literally over for me
I am
as a
so
person in real life,
invested.
as a player. Like,
I'm so
Yeah,
invested in
so-
Gerard. We need him.
So,
I am
bro,
too.
you only have like I think 1 day left of Gerard, maybe 2.
Don't say that.
Shh.
I
It's
think
not
it's
2 days from retirement.
I think he's
Alright.
2 days from retirement. Sir
No,
Brom.
don't you dare!
He's 2 days from retirement, but that means that we can find him a nice house back
I
home, and
thought
then
we
we'll
had
see
more
him on.
time.
We're
Oh my
gonna
God,
give-
you guys. Okay, Brom.
We okay,
Brom
guys?
is going.
Everybody okay? We're all right? Everybody cool?
Yes.
Only
Yep.
if Gerard lives.
Okay. All right. We got this.
We're gonna
Okay,
try and
guys.
save Gerard, but also Brom is gonna try and hit this guy in the butt for no
alright.
reason.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
You are at-
It's probably gonna be. Wait. Can I?
You're at advantage.
Okay. All right. Ugh, don't fail me now, dice. 19.
19
I can try
hits.
rolling again to see if I get a crit, but
Fish for the crit.
Try it. Try it.
Great
No.
fish. Nope.
Okay.
but he got like 24 to hit or something.
There's
Absolutely.
already too many Pisces for more fish in this space, apparently.
Alright. Just for the damage. Give me good damage.
You have the good
Well,
damage.
nice.
That's a big
16.
number.
So that is a soft crit on damage.
Yay.
Your halberd turns. You switch back to your greatsword. You swing the sword down. This thing's back is slashed harder, and this time it turns to face you, nonplussed by the entire exchange. Mirth, you are up.
Did Gerard accept healing, or was he not into that?
Gerard did not use any healing.
No.
Is it okay if we
Gerard's not bloodied.
Yeah, because he's gonna poof like a Digimon once he dies. I'm not into that.
Wait, no, that just means he's like still above like half his
Yeah,
health.
if he's not blooded, that means he's above.
Yeah, that means
How?
he's
He's above half
He's
health.
okay.
he's absurdly
How?
tanky. He's somehow more tankier than I am. That's fine. I'll take it.
We
Yeah,
respect that.
he's like triple Brom. It's pretty good. Like
Oh, okay.
We respect that.
Okay, well,
We are looking respectfully.
I'm
Brom has been
respectfully
looking
I don't know.
respectfully.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm personally feeling
I'm
a
just
bit
looking.
usurped personally. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling a little
I'm
like my place is being stepped
surrounded
on.
by beefcake
Yeah,
in this
you
game.
really
Mirth
are.
is like, oh, it's so hard to be me. Okay, I'm gonna shoot. This one here this one here is dispatched, right?
It is on the ground. It has stopped its chant. Yes.
Okay, well, and actually, I forgot about this guy here. I'm gonna shoot this one with my shooty.
Okay. It's the most hurt looking.
Good.
You
I'll
get
hurt it more.
You get advantage because it attacked recklessly last turn.
Oh. Okay, advantage then. A 16 for hitting.
16 will hit.
Yeah. And crossbow. I got a 6.
6. Crossbow bolt goes flying across, catches it in its shoulder. It just turns, grins at you a little bit. Laine, you're or anything else, Mirth? Laine, you're up.
Nope.
All right, I'm moving my hex once again. Are you still grappling this one, Azaris?
Yes, that
Yep,
one is grappled by
I got him in
Azaris.
my hands.
All right, then I will Eldritch Blast this one instead and attempt to drag him away.
Okay.
Please. Actually, I'm gonna back up a little bit, just to not that far, like this far, just to try and get him. Please. Do I get advantage because he was reckless?
Yes.
Hooray! Math. 16 plus 7.
16 plus 7 will hit.
Excellent.
And Sir
Equals
Heck,
some damage.
Nif did say that they moved it, so I did move it for
Did.
them.
Move the hex. Move your hex. Love it. That is 8 points of damage,
8 points of damage.
and he's dragged 10 feet towards me.
Yay.
As
I love that
lasso.
move.
I know, right?
I
I'm
love
never
that
giving
move.
this invocation
Can we
up.
can we just get a close up on what you look like when you're doing that? I need a close up, please.
Oh yeah, it's
I need
very
a
much
cutscene.
like, so Laine is covered head to toe in tattoos from his patron, and that's how he deals his magic. He like flings them out and they stick to his targets, and he just yanks his hands towards himself to pull them towards him.
Yeah.
Nice.
The 8 was with your extra hex damage, correct?
Correct. I rolled a 6 and a 2.
Sounds good. Anything
they
else?
They don't provoke attack of
I don't
opportunities
think
when they're
so.
dragged, right?
Correct. That's forced movement. All right. Azarus, you have a hold of a berserker.
All right. I have a slight rule of cool question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I know you've said that we can flavor our weapon attacks however we would like.
Right.
But for the sake of dealing damage, would you mind if I hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
So, you have a single attack.
Uh-huh.
What I will let you do is make your attack, and if you want to split the damage between the two, I will let you do that.
I will happily do that thing. I'm gonna still go ahead and be at the advantage, given that I'm the well, oh yeah, because they attacked all the with
They
the
attacked
reckless.
recklessly, so you are at
Here
advantage
comes
anyway.
that. Oh, we're loving the criticals today. Cool. Let's keep those going in.
Yes, let's do.
So where'd my D12 go? Cool. Let's get that going. Why don't you go ahead and double 12 for me, boss? Can you do that for me real quick?
I can do that for you. That's 24.
Cool.
What's with the rest?
And then I'm gonna go ahead and add another D6 because of giant smite.
Yeah, and it's a
That's
dice
a
roll.
5.
It's a dice roll that you made, so that's a doubled 5.
So that's 10
That's
then.
34. And then you got strength to
Cool.
put on there.
You're right. So that's another 3.
All right,
So
so that's
that's
38.
But you're
Yeah.
No,
talking about you
37.
feeling usurped here.
Shut
up.
So is that are these guys dead, or can I go a little harder?
So each of them take 18 damage.
Uh-huh.
Neither of them are dead.
Cool. Fire room then.
All right.
Thank you.
Which one you
2 more
fire?
D6. That's 10 more.
10 more, and just the one you're holding for that is what I'm going to do.
That's fine. Yeah.
That one is well past bloodied. It's charred. It's trying to get through its hope buried in the ever.
Yeah, Azarus is like, he just like picks him up, he starts mumbling, he's just like, shut up!
It is the berserker's turn. I'm going to leave their disadvantage on there because they're just going to attack recklessly again. What I need is Mirth. Would you please roll me a d12?
Okay.
Shout out to Sir Hack in the chat, calling me
I
out.
got a 10.
A 10? All right. As you're standing there, you took a shot at this one right here. And after your shot, you see something quite unusual. There's this... Oh, it looks like a trail of smoke that begins to come out of this hallway behind it. And the smoke snakes through the air. It snakes past this one that you shot. It goes past Gerard. And it passes into the nostrils and mouth of the one that's on the ground. And the gaping hole in its chest, where Gerard shoved his spear, freezes over. And it opens its eyes.
No!
That is one of them, which is the final one. The one that Azarus has a hold of goes limp. Stares you straight in the eye. And Azarus, even though you just flailed it into its friend with the force of 1,000,000 warriors, its broken jaw hanging sideways, working its mouth. Hope buried in the Everdark. They come to lead the warm across the ice into the arms of darkness.
I am getting very tired of these things.
The other three act normally. They're unbothered by their madness. This one that was on the ground is going to stand up, and it is going to lay into Gerard recklessly. 13, a crit, and a 19. That's 2 hits. The crit is 9 damage, and 8 damage, which is 17. Gerard must attempt that saving throw, or he's going to be poisoned again for like the 5th time this fight. He fails his saving throw.
No.
Hi, Raid.
So, hello, welcome, Raid. We're in the middle of fighting undead things that
Oh,
keep
hey,
getting
what's
up.
up, guys? Yeah, we're dying a lot. Hang in there for us.
It's fine.
We're
We
fine.
got this. We still have D4s of healing. Somebody take them.
2 d4s left. The creature that's next to Neo and Gerard, the other one that came in, it's going to reach up and pull that crossbow bolt out that Mirth shot into it. And it's just, buried in the Everdark. And it's going to start swinging first at Gerard, which is a 22 that hits, then Neo, a 21 that hits, and then Gerard, a 22 that hits.
I still have I
Oh,
took the dodge command.
took
so
the
it's a
dodge?
disadvantage.
So it's at disadvantage. It's at advantage for attacking recklessly. The 2 wash out. We take the first roll, which was the 21.
That hits.
Gerard takes another 11. Neo, you take 7. Give me a Constitution saving throw. And Gerard takes 8. Gerard takes 19 more. Gerard is bloodied.
Uh-oh.
For the con save 21.
Save Gerard.
You pass on your con save. You only hit 1 time, so you only do 1. Gerard's already poisoned. He doesn't need to save anymore. And then the one that is over here, hexed, is going to do 2 into
Come at
Sir
me.
Brom and 1 into...
No, come at me. I'm the one annoying him. Come here.
If he takes a step, he gets hit. They're not that crazy. 22 to hit Brom.
It hits.
A 20 to hit Azarus, and a 22 to hit Brom. So that's 2 hits to Brom, 1 to Azarus. That is 10 damage, Brom.
Ouch.
11 to Azarus,
Uh-oh.
and 9 more to Brom. Brom, 2 con saves. Azarus, you're fine too. There's 2 d4s of healing laying out.
Take
Brom's
'em.
going to use at least one.
I will use the last one, and so that, let's see.
All right. I
This one.
have a question.
Okay,
Speaking
cool.
of
Full 4.
healing.
Yes.
Because this one came back to life, I get points of healing when my hexed creatures die, and I gave myself healing because it was down, but now
Yes.
it's back. Do I
Right.
still get heals?
So
Should
the heals
should
don't
I...
go away. You did kill it.
Okay, we did kill. Just
You
had to
fulfilled. You
confirm.
fulfilled the mechanics of your
'Kay.
curse. You received
Okay.
appropriate healing.
wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, oh,
It
I
just
got
undeaded
things, even
itself.
though it's not dead.
Hmm.
Just wanted to be true. So
Yeah. Brom is poisoned, so he failed his con save.
All right,
Boo.
Brom's poisoned. Neo, you are up.
Neo's going to angrily look at the one that keeps swinging at him, and he's just gonna go, I am actually so sick and tired of you. And he's going to try to hit him and use Fury of Blows.
Okay. You are
Nat
at advantage.
20.
Hit. Roll that crit.
Yeah, with advantage on the second. 24 for the second.
Hits.
Ooh, that last one was not hitting. And 7 for the last one.
7 misses. Give me that crit damage and normal damage. 2 hits.
8 for the crit and 4. Oh, not 8. 14 for the crit. Wow.
Okay, yeah.
And 4 for the non-crit.
All right. You start laying into this, and each punch, hope buried in the Everdark. It's not
You know.
looking in great shape.
I'm going to attempt to make him fall prone again
All right.
with the dex save.
A dex save from the Berserker. A 3. Falls prone.
He's prone. He just does like a little swift kick to his feet and kicks
Good.
him over. And that'll end my turn.
Perfect. Gerard is gonna the tip of his spear kind of lowers just a little bit, but you see him roll his shoulders in his armor, and he brings the spear back up to a fighting position. Malone, something came from there to reawaken it. And then he's going to try and jab the one on the ground. He gets advantage. His disadvantage is a wash, so it is normal roll. 25 will hit, a 12 will miss, and a 9 will miss. So Gerard is flagging a little bit as he only does 12 damage. Sir Brom.
All right. Brom is going to use his smite ability in his next roll, so hopefully he hits. He also noticed that one guy came back to life and that these guys shoved in here to get here. So he is going to attack that guy.
Okay.
Alright, responding there, and see if you hit Brom. Alright. You got a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
That guy.
And are you hitting the hexed one that Laine has hexed, or the one that Azarus has a hold of?
The one that Azarus has hold of.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna roll for damage, and then he gets 2. He got 2 to 8 plus whatever smite does. It's like 2d6 or something.
Smite it starts at 2d6. It gets,
2d8.
Or 2d8, and it gets another d8 for every spell slot you use above.
How bad does this guy look?
At about a quarter health.
Okay, I'm gonna use another spell slot then. I'll use 2 of my...
To use one spell slot, it's just what level spell slot?
Okay, I don't think I have a second level spell slot. Okay, I'm just gonna roll the 2d8. And I rolled for health. I rolled a 1d4 for health, I think.
Yep, 1d4 for
correct?
health. You rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4. Okay.
And then what was your damage for the
Alright.
smite to add?
8 and 8. Holy shit.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So that is a total of 24, which your sword slashes through, and this one was in the middle of its chant, and it goes limp in Azarus's arms as you just slash open its stomach.
Throw it out,
Nice.
says Brom.
Take out the trash.
Yeah,
Mirth,
take out that trash.
anything else, Brom? Sorry. You have movement remaining.
No, because I think there's a guy right there.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, if I move 5 feet, does he get an AOP?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay here then.
Okay. Mirth, your turn.
So narratively, Mirth will make sure that we're on the same page in terms of, he'll talk about the little thing, the smoke that seems to be coming from the deeper cave. And also, Mirth, by the way, is very impressed with how everyone's handling these. Like, I just want to say, because it's super freaking cool, all of the smashing and slashing that is happening. So that is heartening for Mirth from what he can see. He's like, okay, good. And I think he's kind of like doing that like soccer thing where he's like bouncing on the heels of his feet, like, okay, cool, couple of them down. And I think Mirth concurs, which is let's get out of the cave and go recover, or let's throw them out. But either way, we can't outlast them in this space. And I think he is actually going to, although it's not graceful, although it's not dramatic, sometimes in this world you have to be strategic. And Mirth is actually going to head this direction over towards where Brom and the gang are, in sort of I'm going back towards the entrance kind of a thing. Maybe I can lure some of them, but either way, I think we should drag everybody back outside of this cave because they have the advantage. And I wonder, this guy is still alive here? The guy
He's the one that got
I'm
back
tapping?
up. Yep, the one you're tapping, he got back up. After the
Well,
smoke
please.
came from down the hall and reinfused him with life.
Oh, geez. Does he look... Oh, they all look bad. Oh,
All
God.
of them look bad. The two up toward the hall up here look absolutely terrible.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot one of the absolutely terribles then.
One,
That's Gerard. That's the one behind him.
the one
I'll
behind
shoot this
Gerard is
one.
prone, so that would be disadvantage to the one over here. You have advantage because they attacked recklessly.
Okay. I will shoot this gentleman
Mm-hmm.
if I hit him. Let's see.
Also
I
try
got a
incinerating
19.
the bodies.
That'll hit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
some point, seeing the smoke, Laine would yell like, "We need to burn these so they stay down."
Mhm.
What's the damage on that 19?
Let's see. Hold on. That's 11 damage.
11
To
damage
the-
is one more than you need. Your crossbow bolt catches
I
this
got
thing
one!
that stood back up
Yay!
in the eye, and it recollapses to the ground.
Okay, I got one. I'll take it out, says Mirth, and he starts kind of like shuffling over to grab its ankles. And I think that's where we're gonna end his turn.
Okay.
Here is
Oh,
him
he
going
can't
over and
AOP.
starting to grab it.
And he can't be AOP. Nice.
Yeah, because this one's dead.
Yep.
Laine, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just see the like let's toss them rhetoric going on, be like, I'm very good at hauling, and just
Good.
back up
Can you imagine?
and just keep pulling my hexed one out the door
All
and
right.
just ready to
Good.
yeet his body off the cliff.
Roll the hit.
Can you imagine
You're at
this thing
advantage.
from outside the cave? Oh, literally taking out the trash.
I
God.
mean, yeah. 20.
20 hits.
Very nice.
14 points of damage.
14 damage. As you're
And he's pulled 10 feet.
as your the energy from your tattoos goes flying toward him, it catches him and starts pulling this berserker back. And like you can see him, he's like digging his heels in and clawing towards the inside of the cave as you are pulling him away.
It's
Azarus.
like when you try and put a cat outside and they're like, no, and you're like, yes.
All right. So I've got.
I'm a father of 2. I've done bath time. I know how to deal with this.
So
Come here.
I've got OG right here in my hand still, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Now, I'd like to put forward a concept. I understand that grappling is normally a two-handed process,
Okay.
but I currently have very big hands.
Okay.
So I'd like to know if, without dropping this limp corpse in my hand, I can, on the way back towards the door, scoop up OG right here, if that's cool.
You can make that attempt, yes.
I am certainly gonna do that in the
Essentially-
only way that I know how to.
Essentially, you have an object now rather than an enemy.
Perfect. So then here comes an attack plus grappling strike.
Oh, that's right. You do that. Oh, he's gonna fail anyway. So
Oh, cool. Well, that's
Nice.
yeah, that's a hit.
22 to hit.
Good.
That'll hit.
Cool. So then here comes Dimaggio Summoner. That's only 4. Fortunately, several that as a wait, no, I have great weapon proficiency or great weapon fighting, so I can re-roll.
You can reroll ones with great
Yay.
weapon fighting. Yes.
Oh yeah. So he
Yeah.
that's
to
a 12.
12. Okay,
Significantly
up to
better.
12. And then your
Uh,
D6 from
yeah.
being a big boy.
You're right, because I'm the biggest boy. That's a 5.
A 5. This thing is in terrible shape, and you have a hold of it too.
Cool. So then, while I got just like literally just both of them just hand in hand,
Yep.
I'm just gonna run my full distance to literally right here.
Half movement because one of them is still alive. So it is
Okay,
a
that's
creature.
fine.
You only go half.
In that case, I will go to right there, and my plan is to just keep moving on out the door as I'm going.
If you
And
want,
I'm just like flattening against the wall since you're stepping on me.
as it's an object, if you would like to discard an object by tossing the dead one out, I will let you do so.
I would happily do
Nice.
that. So yeah, just like as I'm running with
Yeet.
you, I'm using the first one that's alive to sight out my throw, and then as he gets to the door, I'll just and just chuck it on over down the cliff.
Perfect.
So you've yoked it now?
Yeah,
Yoked.
I yelled it. It's been yoded.
It has been yoded, and we go around to Mirth. If you would be so kind as to roll a d12 for me.
Okay.
I don't like
4.
that.
4.
Yeah, I'm also not a big fan.
This one that you have by the heel, A wisp of smoke comes from
No.
down the hall. Circles
blow the
past
smoke
them
away.
here. You turn around just as you see this smoke enter through its nostrils, and the crossbow bolt through its eye just falls out, and it has ice where its eye would be. It leans up and looks at you and goes, "Hope buried in the Everdark, we come to lead the
No.
warm across the ice into the arms of darkness." It
I mean-
is grappled by you. It's going to stand up anyway. Well, speed 0, it doesn't say. It's going to attack you from the ground. It's fine with that.
Guys, it could have been worse. A blizzard could have happened to us right now, which is usually what happens when we roll d20s.
Don't even start. Don't start. Don't give him ideas.
A 16, a 7, and an 18. How many of those hit Mirth?
Oh, I bet it's all of them. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
this-
yeah, my AC is a 14.
Okay, so 2 of them hit. 11 damage. Attempt a Constitution saving throw.
Is it still prone?
Yes, it rolled at disadvantage.
Oh
Use-
my god, those are really good rolls.
I'm not
with advantage.
doing so great.
Use the d4. We
I
have
don't-
2 left.
And then
I will.
Thank
10
you.
from the second attack.
I got 12 for first Constitution save.
You fail, so you're poisoned.
Great.
I
And
will
what else?
snag that one
And
from
then
you next
10
turn.
damage from the second attack that hit you.
So how much damage was that total?
A total of 21 damage.
Earth goes down.
Oh no.
Give him another
Gerard
d4.
howls. No, my lord, no!
No.
It would be especially
Yeah.
touching if you finally called him Mirth, just saying.
Stop ship posting.
You're onto something.
This one will.
I'm a little scared.
This one will stand up. That's on the
Give me
ground,
d4, you can use it.
and it is going to, as it has been doing, it will split its attacks between the 2 that are down here.
So I'm at a -4.
It's all right.
You just hit 0.
You just hit 0.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
It
officially at a sexy
crit
0.
on Gerard.
No!
A
Look, if you have to pick between me and him, pick him.
23 on Neo, and then a
No!
19 to hit Gerard a second time.
Bye, guys.
Gerard's crit
No.
Makes it
was
right.
15 minus 15. He attempts his con save because he's unpoisoned again. He passes, which he's terrible at doing. Neo, here's the roll damage for you.
Scared.
9.
Wait. Neo, have you been using your heroism points? Didn't I cast heroism on you last time? You should be getting +3 temporary hit points at the beginning of every single turn. So you
Wait
should be
a
well in the
minute.
clear.
That sounds
Wait,
like
you
it's
have,
an
like,
important
plus
to recognize
12.
right now.
Temp HP doesn't stack.
It won't stack.
It
So,
doesn't if you get knocked to that level. Do you know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
okay.
So like as long as you don't go down in one magnificent
Yeah.
hit,
And-
which maybe you just did, you should have a hell of a lot more hit points.
And
You'll be messed up after the battle, but for now,
instead of being
might
at
still be
1,
standing.
go ahead and add 6 points. So 3 from this round, and then 3 from the round before. Because you've been taking damage every round. So instead of being at 1 hit point, you're at 7 hit points.
Welcome. Parting gift.
Welcome back.
Final gift.
Party gift? No!
Constitution,
I'm literally not letting you die.
a Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
Oh,
4.
You're poisoned.
Thank you.
God, we are
No.
fucked. I can't.
Go do your
then
stress lap. We understand.
That's okay,
The
we got this.
the third one, the one that is currently grappled by Azaris, even
Hello,
though it's
friend.
being pulled away, it goes limp. Looks straight in your eyes. Hope buried in the Everdark.
Yes, I know now.
Neo, it's your turn.
He on his last leg, but seeing that Mirth has gotten hit and is
Okay.
down and not having it, he's going to also turn around, give a nice little Mirth, and shoot a fire or produce flame at said creature.
Okay, the one that hit Mirth.
Yes.
You get advantage because it attacked recklessly.
Perfect. 22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
Perfect. Alrighty, and he gets 7 points of damage.
The fire from your produced flame catches this and just engulfs its chest. Some of the ice that is reformed melts, and it just howls and drops to the ground again for the 3rd time. Anything else, Neo?
That ends my turn.
Gerard is going to look at this thing next to him and look at Mirth there on the ground. And he is just going to start swinging wildly at this one next to him. 13 will hit. He might kill it in 1 hit. He doesn't. Second is a crit, so he kills it with the second attack. I'm not even going to roll damage for either of those. Then he runs over and kneels next to Mirth and says, "My lord! My lord!" Puts his spear and his sword down and flips the gauntlet off the end of his hand and puts a hand on Mirth's cheek. Mirth. Brom, go ahead.
Need it. Necessary. Required.
Hi, Al.
Come back, we need you.
No.
Let me see.
It's okay.
It's going
We'll
to...
do this.
I'm having so many feelings. They're too big for my body.
We still have
Brom,
a D4. We can give it to you.
I'm sorry, guys. Brom's not going to be very useful to any of you this round. What he is going to do is he's going to use Lay on Hands and
Good.
heal Mirth for
yourself up.
10 hit points. So
That's more than useful. What do you mean not
yeah,
being useful
that's
to us?
very
That sounds
useful.
like.
he's not grabbing the guy to yote him out. So
Oh, that's
That
fine.
is
We don't worry. We
we're
can deal with
working
the
on it.
yoting.
but he's
We have
going to
2
heal
yote
Mirth
yote
for 10.
experts.
We have some
For 10
good
hit
eaters.
points.
We got.
So he kind of like drops. He was in a combat position.
They
but
call
he-
me Master Yoda.
And
I see myself out now, by the
And
way.
that was distractingly horrible. Anyways, he
Better than what I was gonna say. Expert yachtsman.
he doesn't really want to like jam himself in between what Mirth and Gerard have going, but like he just kind of like gently puts his hands on the side of Mirth's head to restore hit points to him.
If you don't mind.
There you go. 10 hit points.
I know you're having a moment, but
Thank
He-
you.
he's like,
wait.
Just
So,
inserts finger into scene. Just if you don't mind, real quick. Just
I'd like
he's
to talk
got
about
it.
your extended warranty.
yeah, just like cameras off scene from Brom. Just finger just enter. Just real quick. If you don't mind, me real quick. Just,
Gerard
all right.
Gerard is going
Oh
to
my God.
look up at you, Brom, and say,
Thank you, Brom.
"Thank you. Thank you." Mirth.
Meanwhile, we get a scene from his point of view where when he's feeling like not well, like he just like essentially almost died, and when he's sort of floating back to consciousness, from his point of view, you see sort of this like 70s Vaseline soft edges, like lens shot of like Gerard's proportional, symmetrically handsome face, and then we see Brom's also handsome face, and Mirth is like, the afterlife doesn't look so bad. And I think he like grabs both of your hands and squeezes them, and then he feels how cold the ground is underneath him, and he whispers, "Fuck," when he realizes that we are still in this shit.
Brom
Is
blushes,
it-
but doesn't say anything.
Is it Mirth's turn?
It is
Is
Mirth's
that what I
turn.
heard you say, dude?
Yep.
Okay, after that little moment, Mirth is going to haul himself up with their help. And the one that's here, is this one, it has an X on it, so it's currently dead?
It's currently
Or is he
dead
up
for the
yet?
3rd time.
I have the only living one in my hand currently.
Okay. Mirth looks at Brom and Gerard and says, "Let's get this one out of here now." And I'm going to start dragging it.
Okay. You can go
let's see.
half movement.
Half movement. Okay. I'm gonna bring him about here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and
Yep.
So Mirth will start doing that, and he's slow and tired and a little stunned looking, like not mechanically, but just narratively. he's very shaken by what just happened, and I think like his hands are shaking as he's doing this, and his tail is drooping, and he just looks exactly how you would expect someone who like nearly passed through the pearly gates to look. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Laine, you are up.
Laine, you eat these guys.
Yeah, can I Eldritch Blast a corpse?
You can. There's one still conscious in Azaris's hand.
Azaris looks like he wants to handle that one.
Okay.
I have some shit to work through.
Yeah. So
Alternatively,
anyways,
though, if you want to move the other dead one closer to the one that's in front of Mirth, I have a plan for how to possibly make those bodies not able to regenerate. Just a thought.
I mean, I was gonna lasso it towards myself and then use my movement to just chuck it out.
That's not a bad idea.
So, I'm gonna see Mirth, and I can't like put a hand on your shoulder, but I will just be like, Mirth, I got this, and then just reach and Eldritch Blast and pull him towards me out of your hands, and then I'm gonna go and haul him the rest of the way.
Okay.
So
That's fine. So I'm not going to make you roll to hit the corpse.
perfect.
As Mirth starts dragging this slowly, and he's breathing hard and heavy and looking just beat. You yank the body out from Mirth's hands, and using the rest of your turn, you can toss it outside of the cave.
Perfect.
There you go. Azaris.
All right, so given that I have at least 2 of my friends around here, even though this guy here is technically still functional, I'm not gonna worry about killing him just yet because I have a plan, which is a rare thing for Azaris. So we're gonna celebrate the moment while we have it. The first thing I'm gonna do is carry forward the tradition of throwing these people out of the cave.
Okay.
I will use an action, and I know it's an action, but I'm okay with that, to throw this guy right here in my hand as hard as I possibly can out of the cave. And I mean, just like, I just want to chuck him.
He will attempt to oppose that. So strength v strength.
That's fine. I still get my my +2 because I'm a big strong boy. Strength v strength.
I think you also get like a buff. Someone gave you a buff in chat.
Oh yeah, I get another +2 from chat, so I get a +4 total. I'm also bigger than him. Does that give me advantage?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just be bigger than him then.
Well, you get advantage just from being advantage.
Oh, cool. Well, then 22.
Okay, so 22 plus all
20,
that.
26 total.
You beat his 20 that he rolled.
Okay, cool. Nice. Love it. So yeah, I'm just going to chuck him as far as possibly can out of the cave.
Roll me 2d6.
2d6.
And add your strength.
I love this mental image.
12.
Okay.
Plus my strength is 15 total.
You chuck this thing way.
Oh my god!
I didn't think you'd roll
Shot
highest.
put.
I had to make sure it still did all right if you chucked it with double ones. Instead, you just shot this thing off the side. It goes flying through the air, and you can hear, "Hope buried in the Everdark, we come to lead the warm across the light."
Take that back to your god!
And then a thump.
And because he's hexed, as soon as that thump happens, I feel.
Correct.
All right, well that's good because I'm gonna go ahead and take my other plan, which will include an action surge, so I can get another action.
Okay.
And you know what? I don't even care if it doesn't work. This is the thing that Azaris is gonna try.
Okay.
There's exactly one body left in this cave.
Correct.
And it seems like the ice is healing them, so he wonders how hard would it be to heal if it's in pieces.
Okay.
So Azaris is going to turn. He will look at the last body. You'll see him kind of make like a quarterback stance, and he'll just take off running in the direction of this last body, taking his full movement speed. I think it's still about here. He uses last movement speed, and with the last 10 or so feet, he just jumps and people's elbows the corpse.
Okay.
My intent is to just smash it to literal bits.
Got it?
Given that I'm still a large creature.
All right. I'm fine with all of that. You go flying through the air, you crush this, and you feel stuff lets loose. It comes apart.
You're just like...
Not, it's not full. It's still mostly together.
It's still mostly intact?
Yep.
That's fine. As long as it's, pretty mangled, I think he's happy with that.
Anything else?
Nah, that's literally two whole actions from me. That's
Mirth,
all I got.
if you would be so kind as to roll a d12 for me.
No.
Last time I did this, it didn't go well for anybody. Hold on, just a sec. Let me pull up my dice. Okay. Okay, D12. I got a 9.
A 9. Azarus, as you are on the ground, you have a view of this wisp of smoke that comes from down the hall. It's only a single wisp of smoke. It passes
Smoking kills.
underneath your body, and you feel this creature that you just crushed begin to move.
Okay.
Oh, sit on it.
Hey, it's now 1v4 though, so 5. So I think we got this personally.
You can feel it trying to jab its dagger into you from the ground. A 15, a 14, and a 17.
Miss, and miss a third time. Get at me, son!
17 misses you?
I have an AC of 18 right now.
So you feel the scratches as this thing's dagger is trying to find purchase.
You think they call me Metal Guard for no reason, son?
Neo, you're up.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. So Neo's actually going to. Has Neo seen the wisp of smoke this entire time?
You saw the wisp of smoke every time coming from down the hall from over this direction. In fact, from where you are, you saw it turn this corner.
He's going to run that direction towards the wisp of smoke.
Oh no,
Okay.
Careful, Neo.
I know, right? This is going into danger.
No.
At least take the D4 before you go.
Yes, please.
We have one more D4. Somebody should use it.
Gerard.
And I'll use the
No,
D4
wait.
as well.
Go ahead. You
No, use it on you, Neo.
you turn the corner
I got one.
and you see. Oh, I'm not on the right page anymore. That's funny. As you turn the corner, you see in the middle of the room, not too far away, just barely illuminated, this black flame in a metal bowl that is, it's some kind of glistening, shiny, it's an unusual metal. It doesn't look normal. It doesn't look natural. And the flames are the opposite of natural. Even though there's light in the room emitted, every single element of the fire is dark. And there's smoke rising from this flame.
Can I dash the rest of the way to it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
You run up to it, and as you get close to it, it gets colder rather than warmer. You don't take any damage or anything from it. But you do feel it get very cold the closer you get.
Okay, I'll stay there till my next turn then.
One thing you also recognize is there's something about it that reminds you of our very first session. There was a lamppost when you first entered Icewind Dale. A light that burns and is always burning. The metal is the same type of metal that light pole is made out of.
Okay, thank you.
Gerard will come up. He will partially... or Gerard will not. No, Gerard is going to run straight to Mirth and kneel next to Mirth. Say, are you well? Are you safe?
God. Sorry, that's me out of character. I'm like sweating. Wow, usually I know what to say. What would Mirth do? I think Mirth looks at Gerard and says, in a very like poignant, very much talking about the long term, says, "Don't leave me." Thinking about like the future. Don't leave me.
You are my charge. I am
They're
your protector.
roommates. Oh my god.
Yes,
I'm
we're
so sorry.
roommates of a certain kind. But
I'm
yes,
so sorry.
yes.
I'll behave now.
You are my charge. I am your protector. I'm going nowhere. And he will turn and take up a defensive position between you and the last remaining one. Sir Brom?
Brom. What is Brom gonna do? Brom's out of heals. He's going to follow the. Where am I? Let me make sure I have enough movement to go follow them. 20. How much movement do I got? About 30? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can make it. Yeah, so he's gonna double movement over there and Is it a knowledge religion check to look at that ball?
As you turn the corner, you see the same thing that I'm going to toss you over there if you don't mind. You see the very same thing that Neo did, and you see Neo standing next to this bowl of black fire.
Oh,
Be careful, he says, calling out, for this is far too familiar to something else that played out not very long ago.
I will be. I haven't touched it yet.
Do you see any mold?
Do I see any mold, DM?
No, you don't see any mold.
I don't see any mold.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything else, but he seems concerned.
Mirth, your turn.
Mirth will, so just gonna use some free action to roleplay a little bit here and get on the same page. So Mirth is going to call over to Laine, and he's going to say, Laine, are they staying dead out there?
None of them got back up when the other one got up.
Cool.
I'll sit on them again if I have to.
That won't be
Mirth is
necessary.
Yeah, Mirth is so impressed, and I think he just breathes out, thank God, under his breath, and he's going to kind of,
Oh shoot, I forgot that guy's alive. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Oh no,
Which
go
guy?
ahead, I'm sorry. I interrupted. The one under Azarus that could have killed him.
Yeah, it's
I
still,
know,
it's still
yeah.
down there.
yeah, we're not gonna let
It's
Azarus
fine.
die
I got
in
him.
the fucking grave. Well, let me try and help.
I can get him
Mirth
too.
is,
I'm a
well,
very good yoinker.
you are a good yoinker,
Team yoink,
but
team
I have to
yoink
get
it.
him if I want to go through. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a goat shooting him.
Okay.
Let's see.
And then please remember to get out of my way.
Now you're going to be at disadvantage because he's prone underneath of.
Oh yeah, we'll see if I can trick shot this or not.
I believe in you.
Let's roll. So disadvantage there. Oh man, one of them was a 20 and the other one was an 11.
11 misses.
Oh well. I have a go at it, and I think Mirth is really concerned about Azarus because from what he's seen, Azarus has literally been wading in and out of all of the chaos, which isn't different than normal, but I just want it to be said that Mirth's face is emoting deep concern.
Okay,
And yeah, and then I'm actually just gonna end my turn.
Laine, go ahead.
Well, I was looking out to see if any of them got up. Can I also look for the dragon that left and we have no idea where it went, even though we as players know?
You can
that
take an
it-
you could take an action to use a perception check to look around for something specific.
Do it. It's fine. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the dragon or any sign of anything else coming up towards us.
Go
just
ahead.
because I want to make sure that we are not getting
Ambushed again?
Ambushed again, yeah, or just surrounded more.
Again?
12.
Again?
You look out into the dark. You can see the figures of
I
the
imagine the dark
berserkers.
side.
It's still dark out there. You look out into the darkness outside the cave, and you see the bodies of the berserkers laying limp. You look up at the sky. You can see the stars of the typical night sky. The aurora have not yet started to spread, but you don't see anything in them. No dragon anywhere to be seen.
Great.
Say
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna use my movement to
Boop.
up here, just so that I can be there to protect Mirth. And now I'll actually get you the shoulder pat that I didn't before. Just
Azarus, go ahead.
Alright, I got a guy under me, and
Yep.
I was kinda hoping that he would already be dead, thus to make picking him up easier, but that's okay, because I'm here to do some killing. So yeah, I got at least one more turn of conquest mode, so let's go ahead and conquest while we're in the mode for it.
Okay.
Here comes, I'm gonna hit the guy down there.
Okay.
Real hard. How's the advantage work? I know he's prone.
You
I
have
get
advantage because he's prone.
Okay, cool. Do I get super advantage because I already get advantage? So I can I can roll 4 die and pick the highest.
Just the
Sorry,
just the
it's a
two.
17.
17 will hit.
Okay, cool. Well, here comes the damage then. Since I find my d12. There it is. Ah, sorry, dropped it. Dropped it a third time. That's a 9.
A 9 is exactly enough. It stops moving
Perfect.
again.
So yeah,
Yay.
I just kind of like turn the greatsword and just like pin down like on this thing, kind of put a big chunk in it, and then like just kind of point down at it and just like, Laine, if you don't mind disposing of this thing. And
Anything else, Azaris?
I don't have any useful bonus actions for this. Unless you're gonna let me pick up a corpse as a bonus action. Is it an item now?
It's an item now. You can walk your
I'm
normal
gonna
movement.
pick it up.
Add it to your inventory.
Yay.
I'm keeping it. It's my corpse now.
And you still have your full movement.
Well, then I'm going
Okay.
right on back here, and I will wait till next turn, assuming this guy doesn't get back up.
Okay.
To eat him.
Mirth, would you please roll a d12 for me?
You can't make me, but you can because you're the DM.
Number that doesn't
Okay.
get back up. Whatever number that is.
11.
11? This thing that you are carrying, Azaris, suddenly starts tugging back at you. You look down, you meet its eyes, and it says, "Hope buried in the Everdark. We come to lead the warm across the ice into the arms of darkness."
Yeah, got
Why
it.
do we even roll for this? Every time, no matter what number they roll, they're up.
It
I
is.
just
It's affecting each of them differently every time you roll. Neo, go ahead.
Well, Neo's going to see this big pot of interesting flames,
Bring that shit.
and he's going to shove it over.
Oh no, be careful.
I'm gonna shove, just like a kick over.
All right. So you kick this. I'm not going to make you roll anything for it other than the damage you take from kicking it. Because as your foot connects, it goes ice cold.
no.
You take 11 points of cold damage,
Oh no.
and this metal post with this bowl leans over sideways, and the black fire within spills across the back of this room. It spreads, filling this back corner, all of it, before the flames start to go smaller and smaller and smaller until they all go out. And the room goes dark, except for the hair on your head, which flickers for a moment before, if I'm counting correctly,
No.
Actually,
you
added
down?
this. I did the temporary points this time.
so 3 temporary points, correct?
If
And then
Mirth
3
went
from the
down,
last
heroism would have dropped.
So you
though.
had Mirth went down, so heroism did go away. You didn't get your 3 temp hit points at the beginning of your turn.
Time. Oh, but did I get it
I'm-
last turn?
Sorry to
They
bust
don't
it,
add. They get subtracted from the damage first.
Okay.
I think
How much did I have?
I think you had 8.
but You had 8.
Yes, I had 8.
You go down.
Well, he kicks it and he just collapses.
Oh,
No.
Hey, you know what? At least you have somebody in there with you.
That's true.
You know, you didn't go do stupid things by yourself.
And the pot.
He won't die
Rocket.
alone.
You're not gonna die.
Gerard turns around, stabs this thing in Azaris's hands.
Just hold it out.
Not going to roll forward or anything. It only has 11 hit points, which is what the dice was giving every time, was the full dice full of hit points.
Mm.
It goes
Oh.
limp, and you get a sense that it's not going to get back up this time.
Fantastic. I'm still throwing it.
That's...
Just in case.
You walk to the front, you toss it out,
Just to be safe.
and the cave goes quiet.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, Azura's just like hits a knee, like the cave like shakes a bit, and it just like slowly shrinks back down. Like, all the plate shifting back down to its normal size. There's a lot of clanky gears, and like the transition isn't as smooth as it normally is. Some damaged parts making it a lot harder.
Since
Roll my death
has
saving
combat ended?
throws.
So, combat's ended. Brom, you see Neo go down.
Okay, Brom's gonna sprint over there and go do a heal check on Neo.
Okay.
So he's going to stabilize him, hopefully. Ah, no. Or can fall up. 20.
20.
Hey.
Stablest boy.
Hey. He just pops up.
No, you are still unconscious. You're just
he's
not
still unconscious.
dying.
But you're not dying.
You know, I can live with that.
But I'm Tish.
Brom applies pressure and make sure that his foot looks like it isn't getting dry gangrene. Is what he does. Unfortunately, it looks like he used up all of his. Well, actually, no. Can he still do normal healing?
I don't know.
Cure wounds, my friend.
Still have spells left?
Did you have a spell slot
Yeah.
left, or did you use it for smite?
I have 2 spell slots left.
Okay, there you go.
Hey.
We
So I
love it.
I couldn't use them because
Power.
we were in combat, so it would count as my action. So
Okay.
We're not about that. We don't
We don't
heal
waste
anyone.
actions on healing.
11.
Don't be ridiculous.
Hey.
Imagine getting
Look,
hit
Perfect.
points back in the
healing
middle
is
of
not-
combat.
Healing
Okay,
is
this time
not
he'll-
combat.
Well, I mean, it's more complicated than that. Like he doesn't have like combat casting and stuff. So
So with you kneeling down and casting heal, placing a hand and letting the healing energies flow through Neo, your eyes open. You get the feeling that the threat of these things standing up has passed. And we are going to take, because it's already 10 till 11, we're going to take a very quick break instead of a longer break. So we're going to be gone. We're going to aim for 5 minutes. So nobody go far. But we're going to
I go
stretch,
scream.
move around, get some water, and invite you to do the same. And we will be back very, very shortly.
We did it, team.
yay!
One. And then the next wave of barbarians.
No,
Bring him.
no.
I ain't scared. Bring
Full
him.
health,
walk out.
bring it.
I walk up
We are back. Thank you for that wonderful and much needed brief break. I hope that you didn't go far. We didn't go very far, and we pick up right where, as soon as I get my, I didn't fix my windows before hitting the go live button. So everything is stacked poorly, and there we go. We find ourselves back in this cave. The Neo has just come to yet again. Go ahead and toss your hit points on there. I can't remember how many. 11.
Brom gave him 11. Brom would kind of like gently pick him up since he's quite a lot smaller than Brom is.
And the cave is yours.
Are you okay?
Feel free to make me small again, DM.
Yeah, it was very cold, so it hurt a little bit. But is everybody else okay right now?
I think so.
Are they
He
all
knows
gone?
the feeling. As far as I know, we should keep looking and make sure that we've cleared everything.
That's
I can
true.
heal. I can heal someone again when we're back. But let's leave this place.
Agreed.
He says. Is that bowl made of the same stuff their daggers is, the Shardland stuff?
No, when you look at this bowl, it seems to be made of a very smooth metal of some kind, and it reminds you of that light pole that you first came to at the very beginning of the entrance into Icewind Dale.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over and check on those two because I saw them go down and down that hall, and I don't hear screaming anymore. And Brom, I heard jogging, but I'm going to come sort of skip jogging in, and I think I see Neo, and I don't actually slow down. I just keep going, and then I engulf you in a lanky dragonborn hug. And I think I just hold you close to me, and I don't even know if I say anything. I think that you're an emotional support, Neo, right now. I actually think I'll pull back and sort of look at you and like see where you're wounded and tusk over various scratches and scrapes you have taken. No.
He's just gonna. All right, you shouldn't be checking on me. I should be checking on you.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm okay now.
I should be checking on both of you is what we should be saying, says Brom. Even though he's holding Neo, he kind of crosses his arms a little bit and looks at them. And he's not actually chiding them. He's like fake chiding them. But
And Laine is just kind of like hovering in the doorway because he doesn't do healing
I'm
or
next to
getting
Laine,
hurt,
just-
apparently.
Yeah, Azarus like shambles over next to Laine and just like plops himself down. Just
Mirth is gonna laugh when you plop down that hard because that sigh embodies so much of what we have just gone through. And Mirth lets out like that whistle sound that you do, like "Poof," and he says, I couldn't think of a more excellent group of people to be sharing this experience with. Thank you all.
you were all
Thank
certainly
you.
more than capable fighters.
you're very welcome.
You know what? This room looks pretty one entrance-y, so this would be a good time for you to all just stay in and rest for a bit, all right?
Well,
I'll-
we should make sure that we're rid of all of our enemies first.
And I want to
That's-
examine the bowl.
That's why I'm saying you should stay here where we can put one person in the entrance and rest. I'm fine, so I can do a quick sweep of everything in case, all right?
But you're out of
That would be
energy now.
great.
No, I'm
Azarus
fine.
implies. Spell
I
slots?
still got Hex up for like 45 more minutes. It's gonna be
Lane's
fine.
in the perfect condition
Okay,
to do
but,
this for
like-
us.
Out of character though. Your spell slots?
I have Hex up for 45 more minutes.
Okay, fair enough. Just solid.
Gerard
do
will
you think?
turn and say, I'm well enough to join you.
No, Gerard, and
you
I think
park
I'm
in
going
the
to grab
entrance.
him by
You
like
park in the
his
entrance, you
by
keep
the
them
front of
safe.
his armor, and I'm going to say, I thought I'd lost you, and then I'm gonna lean in and kiss his mouth.
Aww.
Oh,
It's happening.
It's kind of like watching a giraffe try and kiss somebody because it's just like a snout, like, but it's a kiss, and it's the sentiment that counts.
There is a little bit of hesitance before it's returned.
Aww. Big fan. Large approval.
He pulls back for a moment, and his still gauntletless hand, he puts it on your shoulder. And, my lord, it's... I must be sure that you're safe. I need to check. Go nowhere.
I'll
And he kind of
check.
hurriedly
You-
Before he
turns.
goes-
Stay.
Before he goes, just a brief moment. I want to make this about him too, but I'm gonna like touch his hand and say, "Call me Mirth," as he goes, instead of my lord.
He turns to head down the hall to start looking. Yes.
are you sure that you two don't want to stay in this room? Because I was going to heal Azarus, says Brom, getting up.
And I can leave.
You,
He was just like,
Brom
I
doesn't
don't
laugh
There's
like
mind
that,
being
I'm
a
sorry.
going.
wingman and
I
there's
know.
being an airplane, and we're good, guys. We're good. Don't thank you very much for being so like hype, but also we're cool now. We're fine. This is all
You-
good. We're fine.
you all stay and rest. I'll be back shortly.
You can tell that there is some element of discomfort that Gerard felt because he did hurry down the hall to check.
I should have asked. Oh no. I look at Brom and go, oh my god, I didn't ask. I'm horrible. What do you think he likes me? Likes me? Is this like a weird boss employee thing? Does he feel like pressure? Oh.
I think you were a little forward, but he definitely
I know.
likes you a
I
lot.
think he's just
Okay.
nervous.
Do you think so?
Can I have a dad talk with him out in the hall?
Oh my.
The two of you, which you come to this crossroads, and he's standing there looking both ways. It's like he realizes suddenly that he can't see in the dark, and he kind of fumbles about to light a torch for himself.
I just kind of put a hand on his shoulder and I'm like, first rule of dungeon crawling, you pick a wall and follow it around until you reach the end, all right? So we're just gonna head to the right first, do a sweep there, and we'll just keep going, all right?
That's
And then
fine.
just kind of expectantly wait for Gerard to start talking.
I need to be sure my lord will be safe. The one came from this way. Let's
All right.
check this hall first.
Let's go. There's a rock there. Okay. Yep. Let's go.
To skip through this, I will go ahead and walk your way through just because it will reveal the entire map and you'll have it in gray.
Great. Ah.
Azarus, you get 6 hit points back.
A whole 6?
I know. Oh well.
No, I'll take them. Don't get me wrong.
Yummy. What have I just found?
I'll give you a full summary after you go all the way through.
Oh, gosh.
Is this right here like a chasm?
It is a chasm.
Bridge?
It's only about 8 feet across.
I'm not jumping that.
But it does seem to go very far down. Just to
I'm
your
not
left,
jumping
there's
that.
a wooden plank that goes through that hall.
So then we'll go up this way. I take note. Sleeping bags. Maybe? Is that what they are? Bedrolls?
Very, very old bedrolls.
Are any of them going to be of use?
You recognize as them being like the type that the Bear Clan uses.
Are they like still usable that I could take some fuzzy warm things back to my party?
Yep. They're all mammoth hide
Excellent.
bedrolls, incredibly warm. Warm enough that you're pretty sure that even in a pinch, if you were completely encased in this and covered your head, you might be able to sleep the night outside of an igloo because of how well made they are.
I am taking them all.
So there's 4
I'm
of those.
going to make Gerard take all of them because I am weak.
Gerard is happy to help. They're very large. They're cumbersome, but he's able to roll them the best he can. And between the two of you, you get all 4 of them. The other areas seem to have been cold storage for meat of some kind.
Excellent.
Your best guess is the Bear Clan brought this with them before they came here and left it when they ran.
Excellent. I'm going to drop the hides off with the rest of the team resting and just be like, here, cover up. And then go back out and grab some of the food for us to have and just feed the fam.
Okay. It's freeze dried basically, so it's not great, it's not flavorful, but yeah, you're able to get a lot of that. Gerard kind of posts up at this crossroads, and then we go back to the bowl and Mirth's question. So Mirth, you take a look at this this pillar and the bowl that were knocked over. You take a close look at it. It looks to be made of the same metal that the light post was at the very beginning of your journey.
I'm going to take out my map.
Okay. When you reach... Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you reach into your map pouch, and when you open the end of it, unscrew the end, water comes out of your map as some more of it had thawed.
Excellent.
So you can unspoiler that picture that I sent you and download that map if you'd like it.
Yeah.
There is another large area that has been revealed.
Oh, interesting. I'll make sure to post it for us, guys.
Yep.
Mirth is going to point it out. We'll just narratively do this right now, but Mirth is going to show who's in there with me. Anybody who's nearby, Mirth is going to go, look at this! Another area on my map opened up. When Laine gets back, we'll have to ask him if he knows has any clue of what's going on with this. So this area over here, you're talking about the area to the east, right, DM?
I am...
Like that circular part?
Yes.
Ooh, sweet.
So back to our overland map for everyone to see. The area that I cleared for you is right...
Hell yeah.
around there.
Oh.
It's literally across the map from where we started.
Yes.
How did this
We
happen?
are going to have so much walking.
Not before we do a little visit to the Skytower Shelter.
Yeah, to
Sure, we
meet
do
Brom's
have-
other knot crushes, definitely.
I mean, help.
Yeah, we need to rest so badly.
Yeah.
That's why I put you
The
in
word
this
shelter
cave.
sounds so
Go
good.
sleep.
That's a great idea, Laine, honestly.
I literally brought you blankets and tucked you in. I didn't actually tuck you in. I draw the line at there. Never tucking you in, but I'm bringing you blankets for you to do so yourself.
Azarus will tuck you all in. Don't worry. I have no problem with that. More
Yay.
than welcome. In fact, he'll even grab a blanket for himself at one point and then go, "Wait, I don't sleep." You know, put it back down.
It's okay. He has permanent blankie. He's got his cloak.
I got a nice big cloak to wrap it around myself. I'll just sit.
Remember when we found Azaris and he was like the fucking coolest looking statue? Like when Azaris isn't moving, and also when he is, he just looks so regal. And like honestly, when you're just sitting there, you literally look like a cool work of art. So even if you're not sleeping, you definitely aren't making snot bubbles and looking particularly, you know, drooly and graceless like Mirth and some of the others.
You flatter me, love, honestly. But yeah, definitely as you all kind of just like get tucked in, just in a very similar pose to like the way you all found him first, but I guess with the added billowing of a cloak, given there's probably a little bit of wind passing through, which kind of like right in sort of like the mouth of the cave we're in, just kind of position himself very, very solidly and just kind of wait for a bit. He definitely kind of seems to sort of like shrug and power bound just a bit, kind of like cycle up some energy left and recover, but he's still very, very conscious and able to keep an eye out for anything that might get the drop on us. So you all can rest peacefully for a bit.
Neo
I
went
got
straight
you.
to
Alright.
sleep.
Yeah, sleep, please, all of you.
Brom's gonna sleep. He just expended all of his spells, has no more hit points, and no more lay on hands.
If this is clear, that means Gerard too. Gerard should also sleep. Azurus would be very
Gerard
adamant.
needs to sleep.
Gerard does
Brom
need to
will
sleep.
move away from Mirth so that he can sleep closer.
Gerard will take a
I want to
blanket
give him space.
back to the crossroads and wrap
He
up
needs-
there at the intersection.
Yes, he needs space. I know, that's fair. I just kissed him on the mouth and I have a lizard face, so that takes adapting
getting
and
used to.
also it
to
takes
be
getting
fair-
used to. I also need to double check if that was okay. Mirth is like, oh no, I misread all the signals.
I mean-
Meanwhile, everyone's like, there were no signals. And Mirth is like, I misread the signals.
Not to make it awkward or
The
anything,
audience
but
is like, that
Azurus,
was very one-sided.
Azurus would recommend that Gerard sleep like at least closer to the others, so that like if anything has to come
Yeah.
at them, it would go past him.
The idea
Like,
is that
to
the
be-
tunnel is a way of protecting us.
And like also, I can't read social cues, so like all the
let him
awkwardness. He's
go.
just like, hey, could you not your sleeping position isn't optimal for tactical awareness.
That's-
I'd appreciate if you slept closer to the
Let him go, let him go.
That's fine. That's fine. He'll back up a little bit deeper in the tunnel.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
You can be in the neck of the tunnel.
In-
It's fine, just as long as we can bottleneck if we need to.
Anything else before this long rest comes to a conclusion?
Do we
No,
want it to
sleep,
be long?
please.
Do we want it to be short?
Yes.
Long sounds like the most
Long
best
rest.
possible thing.
Okay, I
Long.
agree, but also a dragon did fly out of here, and we don't know where we are.
Then we either talk our way out
Or we fight.
or we kill another dragon.
All right, go to bed then.
Either way,
Go
we
to
should get
bed.
the rest.
All right, Azaris, you start sleeping too. I'll take first watch.
I don't
Okay.
sleep.
Okay, you start resting or whatever.
Or whatever. Doesn't he have like the Guardian's watch where he's like on
Sentinel's rest.
alert?
So I am,
Yes.
I am completely conscious and aware for all the time that I'm
Yep.
not moving. I just can't move.
They just can't move.
Perfect. Then
So-
park yourself in the middle. I'll go sleep too.
Yeah. So you should sleep too.
As silence falls through these tunnels, there's the occasional drip of water, the occasional rustle of your friends as they rest and find their footing after a difficult combat. Azurus, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Sure, boss. Here comes. That's a 14.
14. The
It's a
hours
blizzard.
The hours pass in silence, other than at some point in the night you do hear the howling of the wind outside the cave as a blizzard rolls through.
Hey.
The night, essentially the night, the ever night of Icewind Dale passes, and you all awake, rested, recharged, and ready for a new day.
So how many hit die do we get back when that happens?
You fill up.
All of
Everything.
them,
Half
right?
Oh,
your total.
sweet. I love that how that sounds.
You get 2 hit dice back every long rest.
Ah,
Half your level.
Yep, half your level, and hit dice back, and then all of your hit points fill up.
Yep.
Cool, yo.
If
Love
it's all
that.
right,
Very
Mirth
good.
would love if people have a minute to do a cinematic group huddle around the map, and Mirth is exclaiming and saying, "This is amazing! Look how much of it has melted. Look where we've explored already. We haven't found any treasure yet, but we're going to. We're getting closer. It's going to be amazing. And we'll, fix the never-ending night too. But I think we're well on our
that's
way."
the goal here.
Mirth nods absently and is like, "I vote we go to Skytower Shelter. What do you all think?"
I think that sounds like a good idea.
Since
That's sounds like a plan.
Well,
we
that's a good
had
idea.
connections there. We
have a feather.
Yes.
We have a feather that's supposed to guide us to there, and it's a token.
Correct.
To reach.
We have a feather that was gifted us by the very cool person.
Out of
The
character
tall
though,
lady.
can we briefly
Zualith?
make sure we don't have anything else important plot-wise to take care of down this way? Because while we're already here, it would make sense for us to go all the way back to the east
Yeah.
and swing all the way back this way. So
Well, that's why
Yeah.
we're trying to go to Skytower Shelter, because that I think is the closest
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
wait, isn't that like
Yeah,
all
no.
isn't that all the way off to the east?
We got transported
We
here.
are all the way off to the east.
Yeah.
Oh
we're, like,
right,
moved.
because of the Yamin, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I guess we're
Yep.
headed over there then, huh? Makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, Brom wants to do what his not boyfriend wants him to do, which is find the goblins, but they're far away now, so we should probably go to.
And potentially people in Skytower Shelter have a way of helping us. So.
Also, what's a boyfriend?
DM, oh my god, DM, I hope you're ready for whatever's happening to you regarding all of these thirsty ass players.
That was not in character.
in
Brom
hot.
would never say that about Solajard ever. By the way, like even if they were actual boyfriends, Brom would
Sorry,
be
just,
like,
just getting practice for my unawareness of social cue and just practice.
yeah,
I'm
Brom
just warming
would
up.
be like, oh no, we're definitely professional work associates. It's
Roommates.
very professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're roommates. It's very professional. We don't do anything at all different than normal co-workers or whatever.
Okay.
Nightly brotherhood. No, I'm just-
Two bros
okay.
in the paladin cult, 5 feet.
Sounds
apart.
believable.
Okay.
All right.
But,
So, I would say, looking at the map, just to give you
Yes.
some idea, Laine knows travel in the wilderness off of the roads of Icewind Dale is very slow. Much slower than staying on the roads. So your guess, with a couple measurements and some quick math, is that to get around this mountain that you're on the side of and getting to Skytower Shelter will probably take 28 hours of travel.
Oof.
You know, looking back toward East Haven, which is the closest to the 10 towns, it would be 40 hours walking. That's just the travel. That's not the... So
We could just start a new settlement.
Yeah, I guess we
Give
live
up.
here now.
Yeah, we just stay here. We just
Bye to
just
my
hang out
A
here.
family.
nice warm cave.
Bye to my family. I live here now.
Hey, bring him. We'll go get him. Let's go get him. Honestly.
Well, if we go to Skytower Shelter, maybe they would have a way of transport.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Or at least they will have roaming bands of people heading out, and we can travel with other folks for a change. So
Mm.
Oh, that would be
safe.
great.
Did we
We
find
can start
anything
going.
else in this cave? Oh, I'm sorry.
I hauled in as much of the food as I could for us, packed it all up. We still got our sled, right?
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say
Azaris
it's
can-
probably back in the at our buried under shelter,
Yeah.
but I'm sure we can go back to it and dig it back up if we wanted to. I mean,
that would be good.
it's a good idea.
And one other thing, Mirth says, looking self-consciously, I want to keep him. Gerard, do you want to no pressure, it's okay to say no. I know you're super close to retirement. I'm just saying, if you were like curious about continuing this incredible adventure to find treasure and save the world, you can. Just putting that out there.
What if we?
Very much. Very much. Mirth is like, We can find a way.
I'm here to protect
It's
you.
going to be a long travel is the problem.
My lord, I'm here to protect you. That's why I'm here.
I gotta call that out of character. I gotta call that magically inclined individual that we met earlier to be like, excuse me, this isn't relevant to what we were supposed to be texting about, but do you know how to keep a magical boyfriend, like, for keepsies? Like, can you help me? I'm doing that.
Careful, or we're gonna have a second
mean-
warlock.
You mean avarice? We're asking
Yeah.
the tiefling scholar?
Yeah. Yeah, I have no other connections to pull in unless you guys know what to do. But it depends. What does Gerard think about this also? Like, is Gerard giving off, like, you know what, I tolerated that, hell to the no? Like, he's so stoic and muscular.
Gerard is always quiet. He never talks too much. He doesn't offer all that much. The most that he ever talks tends to be in combat, and it's usually to make sure that Mirth is safe. Or, well, that's usually what that's related to. Even during the camps, for the number of days he's been here, he doesn't chit-chat at camp. No one's ever really... He's not opened up to anyone.
Mirth has been probably trying off screen time to chat. But that doesn't necessarily mean the conversation is both ways.
Yep.
He's a quiet guy. That doesn't bother Mirth. Mirth is of the opinion that he is kind and smart and competent because he's a man of action.
Very one-sided conversations. As you reflect on the past few days with Gerard, there have been a lot of heavy lifting on Mirth's part to keep the conversation going. Gerard would give a lot of short answers and maybe one-syllable answers. He usually was agreeable to whatever was being talked about. You don't recall any topic that came up where he seemed, uncomfortable or bothered. It was always just kind of that quiet acceptance.
You know what? Okay, so with this data, DM,
Yep.
Mirth is thinking in his head. So let's go ahead and do a quick rewind to before Mirth made that little proposition.
Sure.
And with this information, I think Mirth would have, after his confession and his interest, being fully expressed, Mirth is going to think about that. And I know we've joked about the retirement thing, but I think he's actually going to be percolating on that a little bit and thinking about how Gerard may be like kind and smart and competent and a total dreamboat, but also nobody's really like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's too perfect. This is the exact kind of thing that Mirth dreamt about as a little kid, and realizing now that, maybe Gerard is his own person, or maybe he is like a spell and it's just meant to be that. And so I think in that case, Mirth wouldn't necessarily bring up that particular long-term proposition again. I think he's going to be thinking about it for a while, and we'll put some more narrative time into it to see which way that goes.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the plan, the way I understand it, is the trip to Skytower Shelter.
Yeah, let's do
Buckle
it.
up,
Yes.
kids.
Out of curiosity though, is it possible we could maybe, I don't know if there's any trees around given all the cold, but maybe some wood to make our sled a little bit bigger? Because it's big enough for our stuff, but maybe if we make it a bit bigger for one or two of us to make the trip a bit easier.
There's not really a lot of resources around. No, the answer is no. Nope. It's
Worth a
good
shot.
enough to pull your stuff. The meat, by the way, is 80 pounds of dried meat, which
Looks like
basically-
meat's the only thing on the menu, boys.
and for the sake of keeping track of such things, instead of pounds, just put there's 80 meals of meat. So every day, one for everybody except for Xeris goes away.
I'm good.
So
Not a problem.
that's as minute of tracking that we'll do. So you have 80 days worth of food for
That is the nastiest thing I've thought about in a long time. Thank
And
you.
I can carry it all too. Is the surprising thing. So that's not a problem.
It is a lot of jerky from your Laine's pretty sure a mammoth.
Is it long pork? Oh, it's mammoth. Okay.
Yep.
Ew.
So
That would be even worse.
But we'll never go hungry again.
you begin the next stage of your journey. You collect the sled that you've been using. You collect. You find that down at where the igloo was, where you had been teleported halfway across Icewind Dale. You begin moving further to the east. I need a couple dice rolls. Nif, a d8. Al, a d4. Rox, a d12. And then T and Foxy, a d4 each.
2.
2.
Also 2.
Don't break it.
Pisces.
Did you say
10.
3, T?
3.
Come on.
It was a 3 out of. It was a D4, right?
Yes.
Tragic.
Yeah, it
All
was a 3.
So your first day leaving the Cave of the Berserkers, there's a lot of referencing of the map. Laine, I need you to make a survival check, please.
Oh, we're getting lost,
Does
aren't
my wanderer background help at all?
we? Dues?
You tell me.
Use. Sit. Laughing at me.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know what that one got me too.
I don't know what happened there.
I got the giggles. So the Wanderer feat says you have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you.
Okay.
So would that help me or give me any sort of advantage in any way?
You can roll survival at advantage. That's fine. You've got maps to work off of. You've got a feat. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Excellent. 20 unnaturally.
So you begin this journey. When you entered this cave, it was probably about 6:30 at night. You laid down. You slept for the night. 8 hours pass. Do you want to leave at 2:30 in the quote-unquote morning while the aurora are in the sky? Or do you want to
No.
wait until kind of a reasonable hour?
We keep a regular schedule.
Okay.
As much as we can. Like, Dad Laine is going to be like, listen, a regular routine is going to be the best for our mental health and physical health, so we are always going to do the same schedule as much as possible.
Okay.
So
I'm following Dad, so.
So you hang out in the cave
Agree.
a little bit longer. Leave at about 8 in the morning.
rebundling everything, like packing for the trip.
Okay.
You know,
I think I usually do 7 a.m. is just my internal
Yeah.
clock for party
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So 7 a.m. you leave, and you begin the trek across the wilderness Icewind Dale. The wind blows, snow gets in your eyes constantly. It's this ongoing battle trying to find solid ground, trying to find a steady enough path and a sturdy path without getting lost. You start working through a rather wide valley between a couple mountain ranges, start heading toward the east, and 8 hours of travel pass. There is no blizzard during the 8 hours of your travel.
That's a bad sign. We're all gonna die.
You find yourself about 3 or 4 in the afternoon starting to get tired
yeah.
and needing to set up camp.
No Yetis.
Listen, no blizzard means Yetis.
We should
How it
just keep
works?
pushing.
Pushing.
We don't need
I
to rest.
agree.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck sleeping.
if any of you want to, like, try
We
to
can-
get on the cart,
Yeah.
maybe just. I mean,
Can make room on the sled or something.
I'll keep shoving it. I'm not afraid to go conquest mode if I need to go like bigger for a bit to keep pushing the cart. I'll do it.
Oh, but I've been on the cart this whole time.
What? Rox is on the cart the whole time. Everyone's like, should we keep going or not?
Like,
just-
keep going,
And
I'm
Rox
fine.
is like, let's go.
Rox is like, Mush!
Why did we stop?
To war.
So what I will do, if you are going to have use conquest mode during travel,
I'm fine with that.
every once in the time that you can, you won't have it if you get in a fight at the end of travel. Keep that in
Cool.
mind.
Are you telling us there's going to be a fight at the
And
end of travel?
just let the dice roll every time. I have you all roll the dice. There's always a chance. Azarus, everyone can. So instead of going 8 hours of travel, I will let you all go 8 plus a d4 hours of travel in exchange for Azarus getting 1 level of exhaustion.
Just one? Nothing. I got it.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a d8 or a d4. Sorry. For how many extra hours you get. Azarus, since you're the one suffering the exhaustion,
Roll
you can
high.
roll it.
On it. Once I found a D4. I found a D4. I rolled a 4.
Okay. So you pass 12 of the 28 hours before Azarus, it starts to get very difficult. But there's a bit of a problem. I forgot some math. At the 10-hour mark, that is when a blizzard begins.
Joy.
Oh, dear.
So it's about 6 in the evening when a blizzard starts to blow in.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. Hey, DM, you know that cool little gem I got at the beginning of the session?
Yep.
I'm gonna crush that and keep pushing.
Okay. And the other...
Oh, yeah, your gem.
So the other 5 of you are
I'm-
going to stack up into the...
I will put my cloak over them. If they all get on the cart, I will lower my cloak over them and just keep it pushing.
I'm pretty
Ow.
sure we had said that we could fit 4 people on the cart, right?
There's
or on the sled.
5 people, though.
I know, but I am okay taking this one. Like, I would just put a little rope on the side of the cart and just like have a leash for myself and just let the rest of them go, and I would just walk it and help Azarus.
So
find-
you're doing the thing over here.
Doing the thing.
So for my bookkeeping and for that, since you're pushing through the blizzard, you get 12 hours of travel for the day before you just cannot go any further and have to set up camp in the middle of the blizzard. You set up the igloo as you always do, set up camp as you always do, set watch as you always do. For narrative purposes, we're going to skip by this first night until the next morning. And this is my plan for the last scene of this evening before we break. The next morning, you all wake up, and Gerard is not in the igloo.
Oh no.
Azarus, you remember Gerard walking past you not too long ago. And you can see him not too far away.
Did he die? What's happening?
Did he just go out and stare
So,
into the wilderness
out of
and
curiosity,
freeze?
okay, I don't want to like make this scene too much longer, especially if you want to hit. But just like, I don't know how like my sentence works if I can talk. But if Azarus saw Gerard leaving, he would say something to him.
Well, it's
like-
morning, so it's like he was the first one up.
Oh yeah, well.
So, I
then-
mean, it's not... He could have... As far as you know, he left to go take a leak.
Oh, true, fair enough. Well-
There's no reason for you to suspect anything weird other than... he
Okay.
kinda
Well,
walked
I mean,
past
as long as he doesn't expect anything like him leaving or anything, he would just come and like let them all know. Just our new friend appeared to walk off for a bit this morning.
Where did he go?
Not sure. I didn't want to pry.
Well, I do. Where is he?
Azarus will just point off in the direction he headed off and said, "I believe he went off that way. I'd advise you not to go alone, though."
Laine, come with me. And I'm gonna start marching in that general direction to see where Gerard went. Mirth is beginning to get a sneaking feeling in his heart about how things might need to be. So he's like, this is as good a time as any to touch base. But is Gerard still there, or did he go already?
So, as you get to the entrance of the igloo, you hear Gerard yelling in the distance.
Oh,
Not
no.
screaming, not yelling for help. You hear him say, "What did you do to me? Where am I?" As you leave the
Oh,
igloo,
shit.
you see Gerard looking down at something near the ground. He's the most animated you have ever seen him out of combat. He is shaking his arms. He keeps kicking at something, and it appears to be moving around. "What is the matter with you? Where am I? Why am I here?"
Gerard?
He jolts to turn.
Hey. What's wrong? Are you okay? You're not okay. What happened?
Can I look at what he's kicking? Is he trying to kick my boss?
As you walk up closer, you see a small fae who has a matador's hat on
Yeah.
and a red cape.
Oh, you little shit.
And every
Asshole.
time Gerard kicks at
They
him,
can do
he's
better.
in a different place. You don't actually see him move. He's just not there by the end of the kick. Gerard has discarded his spear and shield. You don't have any idea where he's at. He turns and says, "What do you want?"
Just to check on you.
And apparently to apologize for my boss.
He brought me here. I am not home. I'm not even close to home. Where am I?
And I'm sorry for kissing you. But you're up here, and Mirth will literally... Oh, fuck. Mirth will... Woohoo! Here we go.
Digging a hole here.
Explain, but when you say, where am I, Mirth is going to say, why, you're in Icewind Dale. Is your name Gerard? Is it really Gerard?
Who's Gerard? Who are
Oh.
the two? Take me home.
Mirth goes quiet and realizes that explaining all of the things is just going to stress this person out. Because this person has been transported from wherever he is supposed to be, which is home, his actual home. He's been teleported here just like Mirth was teleported to the beach. And he needs to go back to wherever he came from. And the best way for that to be easy for him is for him to just not have to bear the emotional burden of thinking about all the stuff he non-consentingly went through. Although Mirth stumbles after saying, I'm sorry for kissing you, and kind of coughs loudly and is like,
Meanwhile,
and then
Laine...
is going to look at Laine and look at Laine's patron, like, Laine, in his eyes, he's not saying that, but like...
Yeah. And meanwhile, Laine is just looking directly at his patron and just saying, Mercutio.
Fine. No more fun. No more tricks. No more games. No more emotional baggage. That's what you want. Fine. He snaps his fingers and he loses the hat. He loses the cloak. And is rather plain looking. Nothing more than a burlap sack tied around him with a rope. And he looks up at Gerard. He says, calm down, calm down, calm down. Of course I'm going to send you home. And Gerard begins to calm down. He takes a few breaths. He turns and looks at the two of you. Says, I'm sorry. This was a lot to take in just now. I should not have yelled at you. Looks over at Mirth. Says, I wish we met under different circumstances. And Mercutio snaps his fingers, and both of them disappear. And that is where we'll pause for the evening.
Well, that got sad.
That got really sad.
Real quick.
Meanwhile, Brom jogs in wearing none of
Why
his
did
armor.
you have to revive me? What's the point?
Oh,
Brom just got here. Brom's wearing his pad coat and his pants and like none of his armor and his shoes. He's got no gloves, no cloak, no armor. Like he just like booked it out of that tent or igloo and made it over to them.
Do you want us to stop there, though? Would that be?
It's up to you. Do you want to have an extra scene after this, or do you want to pause at that? And
I personally want to pause so that I can
I think
process.
that's
Yeah.
Because I have so much as
Yeah.
an owl. Like I have a lot of data in my head, so I'd love like a couple weeks to percolate on this.
we will
I would
pause.
love to reserve the scene, though, to be like, hey, can we finish this after we've been able to think about it? Because, like, I think Laine would like to try and do something to comfort Mirth, but I also need to think about that.
Then that's where we'll plan to pick up. Don't go anywhere.
Yay.
This, especially because of what I had decided to do with Gerard from the moment he first showed up, coming to completion,
Hate that.
is a time for us to decompress, to talk a little bit. Very important time to do so. Invite you, if you're in chat, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms, lift them up. Thank you for the many bits and the many gifts and the much interaction throughout the game. We appreciate that so very much. So now's the time. If you have any of those, feel free to float them. Otherwise, it looks like T wants to say something, and then I will begin because I've got a question to start with. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, Deep, for being there. My lovely partner who does not do the Twitch came to cheer, so she did a little cheer. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that was all I wanted to say. Yes, thank you.
Perfect. All right.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
So, there were two things that I did with Gerard kind of intentionally, and I wanted to do it in a way that worked out without putting any guilt on Mirth or Al either way. The very last thing that Gerard said, he was much more aware than it might have sounded. And so there was no concern of anything have happened that he was not participating in.
Okay.
So I'll start with
good.
that. Because I wanted to make that, by saying I wish we met under different circumstances, I wanted to hint at that, but I want to be explicit about it in the aftercare side of things.
Thank you. You did communicate it well in character, and I appreciate the follow-up too. I totally picked up narratively it was very sweet.
Okay.
Absolutely. Perfect note.
That was an important thing that I wanted to start with for our decompress, because that's exactly what this decompress is for. It's for talking about these things and making sure they were left where I thought they were left, how I thought they came across, and to make sure everything was kind of communicated well. Because, we're here to have fun together, and this, for me, kind of the second thing to add, and then I'll open it up to everyone else, was an absolute blast. And
oh my God.
Al, that decision was one of the most fantastic and natural ones ever in a game full of people that force things. You found the most natural way in the world to play that all together. After that fight, when you woke up, to grab him and kiss him like that.
Okay. I was like, this part, there's a lot of grabbing. Okay.
Yep. That moment was so very natural, made such perfect sense, was written the same way that it would in any blockbuster script at the exact right moment. And it completely shocked me and was perfect.
So, I'm so glad.
Thank you for that.
Also, that was so good. It was a total happy Pride Month, but I also was trying not to laugh really hard because I was so giddy, and ruin everything. I'm sorry. I was laughing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
thank you.
Yes, it was very good.
For being so happy to riff and be playful on the flirt front. That was totally delightful as a player experience. It's just fun. Really fun to bounce with, especially with your style of DMing. It's a really fun dynamic. My thought, sorry to hog yet more of the screen time, friends, but I do need to process with you all.
Do it.
So,
We need it.
my vision was, my thought was that at some point, Mirth's vision was, I'm going to sit you down, I'm going to learn all about what you like, and we're going to have conversations about things like frivolous things. But it turns out, being in a cursed land of treacherous and tortured winter, it doesn't really leave a lot of room for getting to know somebody that you know what I mean? Especially when that person's entire job is their identity literally at that time. So I'm glad that this episode, Mirth and I got to learn more about, because I was picking up what you were putting down about Gerard, not being particularly proactive. You made that clear. And I was wondering whether to interpret that as sort of stoic warriorness, or whether I actually was still under the impression that he was just a spell. Or a magical construct that was going to poof And to be honest with you, I'm still not sure. Can you tell us?
Ooh.
Or should you keep that under your hat?
No, there's no reason to hide anything about Gerard. At the moment, I have no further plans for Gerard. Gerard was from a donation.
Yeah.
So Gerard,
That's right.
Gerard had to become something out of nothing. And it's funny because I've been tracking some of the donation stuff that's happened. There is another donation event that has already occurred that no one even knows what has happened yet because it hasn't come up again in so many days. So there's one of these donation gifts that has expired that you haven't noticed yet. And it's going to be really funny when you do.
Oh no. Oh, is it
but
your bank? Is it your bank tea?
That's right.
So with Gerard, after I read what the random was going to be and read that it was the protector and all of this and how many days that he was going to last, I went, okay, well, I do all of this through the Fae. Mercutio, a name drop of the patron. So,
great name.
Yeah.
So Mercutio is the name of the Fae patron. It is 14 episodes in, which is a perfect time for the name drop. Well done. I hope you appreciate his response to it also. I wanted to make that quite pronounced.
That was beautiful.
I dad voiced my boss.
But so once Gerard existed and once I knew he was going to leave, that's what I decided. Not that he was going to be zombified compelled, but that he would have... It's more like the Geist spell. You have a mission. Your mission is to protect this person. Once that expires, you're then free again. No matter what that situation is like, even if you enjoy it, knowing that that's what you're being forced into is going to have quite the reaction on the other side.
Yeah.
So the more invested all of you have gotten in Gerard in the last 2 sessions...
I am just heartbroken about it.
I'm gonna cry. So, but it's like
gosh.
a good and bad cry. I don't think I've been this emotionally invested in specifically a Dungeons and Dragons session in ages. I'm surprised. I don't usually get up and walk away. I've done that twice in good ways.
Yep.
In this campaign. And like I was like, whoa, usually I'm actually stone cold during games. Like I'm usually just like all about the narrative, kill your darlings, la 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 la. And so today when I was like, what is this feeling? Caring? Like, you know, it was just like, ugh. So I really kudos to you and all of my teammates here because, whoa, there was a lot of emotional bleed for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I am just heartbroken about this concept. One, because like we were all just like, yeah, okay, so go, just like happy pride. And like behind the scenes, I was like, Al, I can get my patron to just set up a little retirement fund and you can go see him at the end of the campaign. It'll be fine. Like we can just whatever. And just like we had all these ideas for him.
So
and then
hope.
You just took it away. So
if you love him, let him go. And like also that was Mirth's thing is Mirth, like first of all, it's a slightly not parasocial relationship, but Mirth knew that he wasn't going to have enough time to properly romance or get to know someone who was that focused on their task, right? Like you're not going to be able to romance somebody properly under the circumstances given, no matter how much you think that they're excellent and neat and kind and smart and cool. So yeah, but it doesn't mean that Mirth isn't totally rattled, having near-death experience and also massive, genuine, confused, gay, asexual crush moment there. So I think he's just sort of...
Laine is just livid on your behalf. Like, that's why he ended up yelling Mercutio's name, because it's like, the deal is Mercutio can mess with Laine as much as he wants to. That's part of the pact. But how dare he do that to people that did not consent to have their emotions toyed with? Like that's
he didn't know I was gonna fall in love. Like, you know,
okay,
Mercutio's just a little creature of id.
No, don't forgive him. Don't forgive them at all. Because this is what Mercutio does. When Laine and I were writing the whole backstory, I was like, I don't know, he might have like the patron might have a name, whatever. And then we started acting it out of like, oh, he shows up as this and shows up like that. And I was like, what a just wild all over the place that it would be perfect if their name was Mercutio. And then he's like, there it is. That's
It's a great
the
name.
patron name. Because
Great name.
so mercurial makes sense. And hence the name. So I'm so excited to just yell as Laine at them because
Yeah, I definitely need a couple weeks because
Yes.
my emotions are running high in a good
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
Definitely, it's going to be a lot of processing. Gonna have to
Yeah.
journal tonight in character, like, yeah. So yeah, DM, thank you for a really good experience.
how dare you do this to our feelings? Like this was
Great.
just
Like,
well
very,
done.
it's very good. I actually,
Fantastic.
it was
Well
awesome.
done.
Also, good to see you guys. Like, I don't know. It was interesting because one of Brom's things, and I don't think he said it explicitly, is that he hopes that everyone else will be happy. Is what he hopes.
Well, I won't be now. So
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like extra like injury to his, because he knows personally that he will probably himself never be happy.
I'm gonna
So he
change my
wants-
name.
So he wants
No more
and this
mirth.
is sadness,
Despair now.
Worry.
Only tears.
tears. Oh no!
Despair. It's ruined.
Despair,
All right.
we all gotta change our names
From
now
mirth to
like
melancholy.
Ibonia. What is it? Dementia, darkness, or whatever.
Ravenclaw, that one.
Raven, ebony, dementia, darkness, or whatever. Each
I don't know
and
the
every
name
one
of
of
that.
us. Neo is now going to be Oldio. Azarist will be, I don't know, retired.
Oh my gosh, Jerry, you're just really nailing it on the improv.
I also
Oh, that was the worst one. I was trying. Sorry, go ahead.
I was say I will point out kind of one more thing and we'll wrap up this time together unless there's anything else anyone wants to bring up. The entirety of tonight's session was one big combat encounter, which is what I think is a testimony to all of you as players who took what ended up being a very tense combat encounter and finding throughout it all those different roleplay elements to where it doesn't feel like we played an hour and a half fight. It felt like we had an hour and a half of story. And that's a testimony to all of you and the way that you interacted with these things as they were happening and what happened. So I appreciate that so very much. The emotional, climax of the session in the caves, the uncertainty afterwards, and I definitely wanted it to fall apart here at the very end. So
I'm so mad.
I'm glad she planned this out.
This was good.
Everybody's sad.
Yes.
This was really good, but I'm so mad. And I'm going to have capital W words.
I've become numb.
I say smiling.
Yeah, I'm like laughing because I did have a great time, but I'm also like,
that's good. Anyone have anything else that they want to bring up before we wrap up for the
All right.
evening?
I do have to say,
Yep.
GM, you're kind of like Emperor Palpatining it right now. You're like, good, give in to your anger.
This,
Yeah.
Did anyone notice what the name of this
They
episode
did.
was?
thanks, I hate it.
Isolation.
Thanks,
Isolation.
I hate it.
Huh.
That's how I
Interesting.
feel.
We got played.
So
Did.
Yep.
I saw that and I was like, I wonder what that means. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Time to go fight.
It super does matter, apparently.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Like I mean, I think all the roleplay moments you get with Gerard are like really, really fun and enjoyable. Like as a player, I love them and I love experiencing them. But I can't really get a handle on, if any, like what Azar's reaction is to all this, because like it's pretty foreign concept to him. He's kind of just like here for it, Like I think he'll understand like in like next session that Mirth is sad and he'll be like, that's not good. I want to know if I can fix that at all. But I don't think like the larger like context here is like catching on for old metal brain here. So that'll be fun to figure out. So I'm glad we'll have a week or two to kind of map that out. But yeah, no, I think it was, I don't know, as a character, I'm enjoying just kind of like you said, like especially in combat, having the moments where it's like I can kind of be like not like a roleplay linchpin, but like a roleplay springboard for other people, where it's like, hey, a friend of mine's in trouble. I'm gonna go run in and pick them up so that my friend can stab them really hard in the face, and then I'm gonna throw them. Like
You did
it's like
great.
I'm a support tank, and I kind of really enjoy it, frankly. And I don't think I want to change that at all. Actually, I'm gonna keep doing that for as long as I possibly can.
Continue.
So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Miss you guys a lot. Glad we got to bring this
You
back.
did fantastic.
Miss you too.
Yeah.
Burn through everything. I had literally nothing left by end of combat. It was like I had to like take a knee. I was like like literally last round of conquest mode before it ran out. Like no more fire runes, no more frost runes. I had nothing else. I was like, I am literally tapped here.
I was keeping an eye on. I couldn't read everything, but I was keeping an eye on the Discord chat during all of this, and there was the. Are we supposed to run? Should we run? I mean, like, there's one point in the Discord chat where, like, 3/5 of the party at some point are going, I think we should run.
This is where we run.
Yeah, I was considering.
There was like heroic
trying to bring the cave down.
Heroic
like,
deaths
like,
were
I guess
planned
we
out.
die.
I mean, it was.
I was like, okay, I will just stand in the middle and you all get behind me.
No,
And
I was
just, like,
convinced that
Azeros
like
ready to go.
one of us was probably gonna die, and I was like, if it's gonna be any of us, I'm gonna let it be the big dumb bot because Laine's too competent and the rest of them are too cute. I refuse to let this happen.
No.
Azurus is cute too.
I was like, I will happily bring this damn cave down around my head if it means that I take all these guys out of here and get my friends. I was ready to do it. But we got it. We figured it out. It all worked out.
No, yeah, good. Because
Perfect.
no one's gonna be a hero today. I say, putting down my cup really hard. No one's a hero while I'm around.
We're all heroes.
I feel like we
work
all
together
think that
really
way.
well.
I do want to ask though, Rox, are you like feeling like you're getting enough airtime? Like, is there something that we can do to really, like, what elements of your character can we bump up and put some spotlight on going forward?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Since I am very, very new, because this is only like my 3rd or 4th game at all, I'm doing a lot of learning, as Neo is like also learning as well, but like Rox is learning from all of you as well, since you're all so good at what you do.
Aw, thank you.
So I'm like, let me take the time to learn now from people who are really good, and also develop myself in the process. So yeah, no, I am doing perfectly fine.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Don't worry, we'll come up with more combo moves later. We'll figure
It's
it
so
out.
funny.
One of the things I have noticed, Rox, is you are excellent at shifting into Neo stance. Like, just before you kicked over the Blackfire bowl, the way that you shift your attitude, the way you talk, all of it is, it's like, oh, Neo's here now. You know, so there's this very clear distinction. Sometimes, you know, the distinction between character and player is tough to figure out, but I've never had trouble with that with Neo at all. This is Rox, this is Neo, and that shift is great.
It's almost like Rox has a theater degree.
Oh,
you do?
Jesus.
Yeah. You're an
Rox,
actor.
I did
Better
have
be
to
able to
say,
use that.
like, it was a beautiful piece of RP on your part when I said, hey, that thing is gonna hurt you, like the La Vista statue did with Brom, and Neo just like fucking like looks at it and is like, I'm gonna destroy that thing. And I was just like,
So we kick
The
it
quote
then.
that
I
I
haven't-
like is,
Yes.
I haven't touched it yet.
I was about to say that
That is a
exact
really
same thing.
good
I haven't
moment,
touched
for
it yet. That
Very good
quote.
moment there.
Also, just
I also like when Neo gets pissed. Like at one point, Neo was like actually got mad
Oh,
at one of
yeah,
the
he was-
cultists. Like, and
yeah.
that was
good.
really cool.
Mhm.
It was cool.
I just really appreciate how much all of us fight for each other. Like, you know, Brom walked in being like, this is something similar to what I have a grudge against. And Neo was like, well, then I'm kicking it. Like, we don't just say,
Aw.
okay, we have our own agendas. It's like, okay, it matters to you, so it matters to me. And I really appreciate that about how this party works, because, like, you know, Laine is a grumpy butt who doesn't really, you know, want to be involved in stuff, but like Mirth, you just immediately said to me like, I'm going out, come with me, Laine. And it was like, here we go. And like had your back.
Yeah,
like,
it was
we
very sweet.
do. And I appreciate that we are like this. And I'm not only saying this because our Wednesday night crew all wants to kill each other, but it's certainly a big difference in feel of the character. Like Wednesdays stress me out now because like, oh, our party isn't getting along. And here it's like, our party is a family and it shows. And I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, and I do think it's nice, like, because there's a lot of, because I play different games, there are definitely parties where like everyone just wants to kill the most things and like kind of ignores each other when they're like hurt or need help or support or whatever. And I'm glad that like at least in this party, like people notice and they'll actually like disengage and go to do something else instead of trying to kill the most things to help or to provide heals and stuff.
Like super, like, I'm probably something super fast and I'll let you guys go. But like, I just like I don't know if anybody noticed, I stopped having Azra's roll con save to like not go murder things randomly. Like if there was like a moment where like there was a thing that I could murder, but a friend was in trouble, I stopped having him roll for that because there was that moment in I think it was Caer Dineval where we were in the keep. We got to that door before the lady, and like Azra was like, okay, if we're gonna go in here, I'm gonna go conquest mode, but like, do you all trust me? And there was that immediate like, yeah, we trust you, like go for this. Even after he had that huge fuck up in the last dwarf fortress where like he murdered a bunch of people. So like, I don't know, I felt like that was a solid moment of him being like, you know what, I gotta do better. Like all these people trust me. I have to stop just murdering random people. Like,
well, and
like,
you told me at break too. I was like, Laine's yelling in combat constantly to be like, "Come attack me, fight me, you cowards!" And then you're like, "Where do you think Azaris got it from?"
Yeah, Azra's picked it up from Laine. Like, recognize like how Laine is like literally walking up and making himself a threat so that his friends can stay safe. And Azra's like, wait a minute, I can do that. I'm really good at doing that actually. So yeah,
so
you
good.
You guys are great. Yeah, I miss playing with you guys a lot, and yeah, you guys are fun.
Awesome.
It's just so good.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Can we keep playing?
Thank you,
chat, for
and
hanging
thank
out.
you, and thank you, beautiful audience.
Yes, thanks
thank
for all
you
the
guys.
raids.
Thanks for keeping us alive. Holy shit!
Yes.
We
Happy
would not have made it.
Pride.
Yeah, thanks, chat.
Love
We would
you.
not have made it.
Thank you.
Chat.
We are. Let's see. We probably ought to go a rating.
Let's go a rating.
Let's see.
Your ships, Raiders. Have a chance.
Weave the Tale is playing some kind of tabletop RPG. We'll go over there. So thank you again. We will be back in 2 weeks, where we will pick up the story in the middle of the wilderness of Icewind Dale in this the book-ended isolation of a orphaned dragon looking for its mother and a bunch of party members wandering the open plains between mountains. I'm certain that nothing will go wrong. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Join us then. Until then, be good.
Night.